Hello. Oh, is anyone else crashing out in here, or is it just me? Is anyone else feeling like crashing out, dude? Because I feel like I'm gonna crash out. Man, TFT is kicking my ass, guys. TFT is kicking my ass. I'm so excited for this boot camp to be done. I'm going through it. I'm going through it. I've been up since 3:30. You should get some sleep if you can. If you can. TFT got hands to do. Oh, did my YouTube chat not? YouTube chat's not showing up. Hold on one sec. I can fix that. Pop out chat. There we go. Sometimes it just feels like being broken, I guess. Whew. Okay. Hi guys, welcome to the stream. I hope you're all doing well today. Hi everybody. Oh, now YouTube chat is fixed. Now YouTube chat's fixed. Okay, well, whatever. Welcome guys. I hope you're all doing fantastic today. Hi everybody. My name's Roy Chiato, like a macchiato. I'm a coffee-fueled bunny host with a serious passion for voice acting, and I love working out. In case you couldn't tell. Hi guys. We are reacting to one of Connor's older videos today. We are reacting to the Power Rangers video games video. And I think now that Kane is alive again, I'm gonna try and steal him and Andrea for Power Rangers Mystic Force, which actually, you know what? I'm gonna message the chat right now just so I don't forget, because I will forget. Oshi Sentai V Danger. There we go. So, Mystic Force soon, right? Since Kane is back. Hopefully. There we go. I love Mystic Force. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to go back over it. I think it'll be great. Definitely feel like crashing out after this shift at work I just finished. I feel that. Had some flair, especially the Western only stuff. Yeah, I agree. Are they joining for this one? No. I was asking about for what's it called? Oh, it is. Next is SPD. I mean SPD. There we go. I forgot we hadn't reacted to SPD. Forgot we hadn't reacted to SPD yet. My bad. I thought we did that one, but I guess not. I also have some ramen because I realized that I hadn't eaten a lot today, so I'm just getting something in me, you know. Mods, ban Nova Revenant. Ban Nova Revenant right now. Destroy them. Destructionificate them. What is SPD or Mystic Force? Will we get a third scientist vid with Shia? There's not one planned right now. I think just because I don't know where we would go for a third one. You know, I feel like a third one would be like, I feel like it would just be raunchy, you know? And I feel like I'd rather explore other stuff with Shia than just going straight up into, you know, the raunch. I do like being spicy with Shia, don't get me wrong. But in roleplay form, I also very much enjoy exploring other identities and other scenarios and other settings and things like that. And yeah, I like flexing the voice acting muscles sometimes. I regret nothing. Awesome. Loved SPD, especially with Sky and the Red Morpher. Yeah, that was an awesome moment. I'm so excited to get to that part. Could do a Let's Play RPG one shot. What do you mean? Shame. Love the aftercare video so much. The one with Rikami, yeah, that one's really popular. I'm happy with how it did. I don't know if I have like a favorite of mine. I'm pulling up the channel right now real quick. I'm just gonna we'll look at some stuff, you know. Yeah. I mean, like, we have cool stuff planned. I feel like I'm always gonna say, or always lean into, man, I'm excited for stuff to come, rather than like picking something that's like old. Like, I'm looking at the list of stuff. Did you see MMPRs in Fortnite? Mod, shoot that guy. Mod, shoot that guy. Shoot that guy. You come to me and my stream where I'm talking about Power Rangers and you don't think that I've seen the Fortnite announcement? You don't think that I know? You don't think that I've been tagged an exorbitant amount of times? Exorbitant amount of times on Discord and on Twitter? Ridiculous. Insane even. Some might say. That was not the Power Rangers announcement I was waiting for. It was pretty funny though. The trailer itself was actually really funny. Don't you mean Super Sentai is in Fortnite? No. I mean Power Rangers. Clearly those are Power Rangers. Those are not. Listen, when have you ever seen Zhudanger use a Gatling gun or a pickaxe or do sick flips like that? I guess the sick flips part is fine. I don't think of this Night of Forts. I hope not. You know. Powerful Rangers. We're just missing. Yeah, we're just missing the what's it called? The American flag motif. It's super funny. Personally, I think it's dumb, and I still think that Fortnite is a mistake on this planet. I mean, people like it. It's not like it's breaking any laws or offensive. It's just fun. I haven't played it in a while. I will probably have to download it and get these freaking Fortnite skins because listen, the last time I didn't do something Power Rangers themed that I was mildly interested in was the Twitch watches Power Rangers, and it was the entirety of the Power Rangers franchise at that point. And those free global emotes you could get for subbing to Twitch at the time, and now you can't get them ever again. They're gone, and I can't get them, and I'm sad because I want those Power Rangers emotes. If anybody has those Power Rangers emotes that I'm talking about, please post some of them now. What's up, Doomslayer? Hi. Can't wait to chug jug on literally. Yeah, I mean low car. Yeah. Anyway, guys, how are you today? That's that time is the level 100 battle pass reward. I'll play enough. Trust me. I'll do it. Right, quick question. Quick Dino Thunder question. How old is Tommy in Dino Thunder? Mid-30s? Because he's 18 in Turbo. Oh, God, I guess he would be late 20s. Because he's 18 in Turbo, and that's 97. And then Dino Thunder is 2004. Oh. That's only 7. He's only 20. Wait, does that mean he's only 25? Does that mean he's only 25 in Dino Thunder? Oh, that's kind of fucked. Sana! Thank you so much for the raid. Hi, Raiders. Son of piss! And here I was getting ready to open my mouth for you. That's crazy. Son of piss, not the P. That's all I'm saying. I don't want the P. You can keep the P. I don't want the piss. Listen, I'll take something else. I won't take the piss though. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, welcome in, Raiders. My name's Roy Chiato. Like a macchiato, I am a coffee-fueled bunny host with a serious passion for voice acting, and I love working out, in case you couldn't tell. Welcome, guys. Today, we are reacting to another one of Connor the Waffles videos, this time on Power Rangers video games, which I am very excited to watch. However, after we finish that video, we will be diving into TFT. I'm sure some of you are here from Sana's stream that are expecting TFT. That is my expectation. So, yeah, 40 hours awake streak right now. Damn, that's crazy. So, gonna be a lot of TFT tonight. I have to try and get to Emerald. We have to. So, yeah. Whew. You're a gamer, you're insane. I wish I was. I'm dog shit. I'm washed up, Sana. I'm actually so garbage. It's not even funny. I'm actually just straight dookie water. If I was a gamer, I would be Emerald already. I'm just saying. If I was a gamer, I would be Emerald already, and I am not. So, I'm struggling. I'm struggling. Yeah. Feels bad. Did one of the villains make a joke about Tommy being too old to be a ranger in Dino Thunder? Yes, and he was only like 20-something, which is crazy. If I was a gamer, I wouldn't be here. It's true. It's true. Roy's the most epic gamer? Power Rangers timeline kind of wonky. Don't worry about it. The less you think about it, the better. You're doing amazing. Keep it up. I'm trying. It's been a really rough 48 hours. It has been like so many peaks and valleys. You know what I mean? There's been so many like, oh, we're so back, and we have like 9-game win streaks, and we get to plat 2, and then we have like 8th, 5th, get demoted, 1st, 3rd, get promoted, 5th, 6th, back to 0 LP, and it's like, so it's just been a roller coaster. And no Apple. Ramen rating scale of 1 to 10. It's okay. I don't think I have a scale for this. It's just ramen. It's just cup ramen, you know? Different scales. Yeah. No, okay, out of 10. I agree. The game giveth and the game take it away. I just wish that it would stop taking. It's such a weird thing. This set, more than any other set that I've played, has genuinely felt like more ups and downs than any other set. And like, at least with the last set that I played, I was able to kind of like learn and feel like I finally had a grasp by the time I made Emerald. And I made Emerald for that reason. Now, I feel like sometimes it's just like, go random bullshit! And I lose to the random bullshit, and it's really frustrating. Doomslayer, thank you for the super. I don't remember there being many video games for Power Rangers. How many are there? I don't remember there being many video games for Power Rangers. How many are there? I don't know why I asked it twice, but hey, there's a good chunk. There's like 4 for just Mighty Morphin, because there's two beat 'em ups. Well, I say 2 beat 'em ups. I mean like 2 beat 'em ups on the Super Nintendo and 1 on the Genesis. There's the fighting game. There's 2 fighting games. There's Zeo Kart Racer. There's, I don't know if there's games for like In Space Lost Galaxy. I know there is for Lightspeed Rescue, because I had that one. I know there is for Time Force. I don't know about Wild Force. I know there is for Ninja Storm. I know there is for Dino Thunder. Yeah. Game Gear had 2 fighting games. There you go. There's a lot. There's a lot more than you think there would be. The Dino Thunder game is goated. I'm excited to see it, because I think we saw snippets of it during the Super Sentai video, or during Connor's Dino Thunder video. I can't remember. Some worse than others, absolutely. Was there a Wild Force game? I didn't realize. I know about the DS game for a long time. I wonder if that would be Megaforce, Super Megaforce. That other game is iffy. You can like it and dislike it. Okay. Well, we'll dive into it in just a moment. As soon as I finish this ramen, we're diving in. Which is like momentary. I'm getting like the last bits of it. Ramen on my way. Ramen. Yeah. Okay. Now I just gotta drink the juice. Do you guys drink the ramen juice? Do you guys drink the ramen juice? I feel like you have to, right? You have to, right? You played the Castlevania fighting game for the Wii? The broth? Yeah. The ramen juice. Yeah, that. The 90s Power Rangers action figure, the yellow and pink Rangers. Well, that's gone. Broth is the best part. It's yummy. Okay, fair enough. I just wanted to see. How's that college life? I wouldn't know. I dropped out of college. I commuted for a semester, dropped out. How dare someone think otherwise? You're so real for that. Well, weirdos don't drink the juice. True. I had both the GBC and PS1 Time Force games. I don't think I had either of them because I didn't have a PlayStation growing up. I did have a PlayStation 2, but not a PlayStation. And I had an N64 instead of the PS1. So, okay. Ramen has been finished. Guys, let's dive over and start Connor's video because after that, we got to grind TFT. So let's jump in. Shibba-da-whip. Gonna hide my TFT tracker. Where's the TFT tracker? There it is. Okay. Left monitor. There we go. And then Shabba whip. Yippee! Oh, this was the I never played this one. This is before Rita's Rewind. Ooh. Ooh, I never played this one. It's gonna be interesting to go into. All right. After watching Jungle Fury video, I didn't realize Camille and Daishi had a toxic and abusive relationship. Yeah. It'd be wild like that. Is this an older Connor video? Yeah, it came out like 11 months ago. Yeah, 11 months ago. August of last year. So almost a year ago. Almost a year ago. All right, guys. Let's dive into Connor's video, The Weird World of Power Rangers Games, which I definitely have a lot of really fond memories of some Power Rangers games. I remember really liking the beat 'em ups on Super Nintendo. I, for some reason, fondly remember the Lightspeed Rescue game on N64, but upon reinspection of it, I probably was just too young to understand what was going on, and I just thought it looked cool. So, sorry for that. And then I don't think I played anything else except for the fighting game that came out, and then Rita's Rewind. So, yeah, this is going to be fun. I'm familiar with a lot of other stuff, and we'll see what goes on. So let's dive in. Oh, that is quiet. Connor, why are you so quiet?
The Power Rangers are the perfect candidates for video games. A team of superheroes with flashy weapons, fighting off evil monsters, and controlling a giant robot. Complete with a rockin' soundtrack, theoretically, all Power Rangers games should be loads of fun.
Should be.
But are they?
No.
That's the question I asked myself when I decided to make this video. As a lifelong Power Rangers fan, I've played my fair share of games throughout my life, but today I wanted to challenge myself and play every single Power Rangers video game.
Connor, every single one? Connor, every single one? Ooh, I don't know about that one, Chief. That's a... Ooh.
The TV show has always varied in quality. With the video games...
What do you mean varied in quality? Power Rangers has always been 10 out of 10. I don't know what you're talking about.
Also follow this trend? Were they able to create new potential fans of the series if they only ever played the games?
Absolutely.
Would they remove a game off the Xbox store for no reason, making...
I never played this. I did not know it was removed. I heard it was horrendously bad. So this is Power Rangers Mega Battle. It came out maybe like a decade ago. I heard this was terrible. I don't know anything about it though.
Making it lost media, TM? Well, let's find out.
Yeah.
First game on our list is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on the Sega Genesis.
Let's go!
And just listen to that wonderful blast processing. So the game actually...
Yeah, Genesis has some amazing sound chips, you know, amazing sound sets. And I feel like for the most part, the Power Rangers games that were on Super Nintendo or Genesis, you play them on Genesis. I'm just saying.
It has a story.
I didn't know
but
the
it's
Genesis,
about as deep as, well, Mighty Morphin Season 1. Rita wants to destroy the Rangers and sends down monsters to get the job done. You get to choose between the core 5 Rangers as your playable character.
Yippee!
I don't know why they're trapped in this void, but it's not important. What is important is the gameplay. The game is a 2D fighter, similar to Street Fighter. Being on the Sega Genesis means that there's limited buttons. You can throw a punch, a kick, and do some button combinations for some special moves.
Yeah, shoot the blaster. I wish there were, like, unique things for any of them. Like, pull out a weapon, do like a Shoryuken, do like a Hadouken, you know?
It's not great. The combat is really
He did a Shoryuken, why can't we?
slow, and the hitboxes are really small. You have to be right up in someone's grills just so you can land 1 or 2 punches.
That's crazy.
Every attack either backs up your opponent or knocks them to the ground completely, so you're spending a lot of time readjusting and missing attacks. The Rangers also all play exactly the same.
Aww.
They have one special ability that has them bust out their weapons.
They just did Psycho Crush. Wait, first of all, that's just the Red Ranger helmet, but yellow. That is quite literally the Red Ranger helmet, but it's yellow. Oh.
But it's all just different variations of a slash
Psycho
attack.
Crusher.
But despite the core gameplay being... there's enough variation and fan service to keep a young fan invested.
Sure.
For example, most fights in a fighting game go for 2 rounds. Here, though, once you beat the monster in your Ranger form, Rita makes the monster grow. And round 2 has you doing battle as the Megazord. So you're pretty much forced to adapt to the enemy's attacks and act accordingly with a whole new character each time.
What was this kick? What is this
You're pretty much
kick?
Forced to adapt to the enemy's attacks and
Kick
act accordingly
backflip.
with a whole new character.
Bro, that's my new dance move. Kick something, backflip.
Each time.
That's crazy.
That plus having cutscenes interspersed between each fight keeps it fresh. For example, after beating the Minotaur, your second opponent is now Tommy under...
Bro, this is still the Red Ranger helmet. They even have the same fighting stance. Huh?
Read a spell. So you gotta fight him in the Dragon Zord. Once you beat them, though,
oh my God,
you now unlock him as a playable character.
There we go.
Where you'll naturally choose him.
Yeah, of course.
So
listen, when you unlock Tommy, you play as Tommy. It's what I did when we played Rita's Rewind, you know?
Now, despite the third fight being another monster on the same highway stage.
Surprise.
Yeah, this is the only stage when you're not in the Megazord fights. It at least feels fresh because you have a new character in Megazord at your disposal. The game's not perfect.
Oh, you can play the
but
Dragon
having
Zord.
Megazord
That makes
fights,
sense.
an unlockable character, and
oh, and Madame Woe never grew. Interesting.
cutscenes definitely adds value to it. It's also super short. The only other fight left are Goldar, Giant Goldar, and Cyclopsis, who you fight in your Megazord.
Does it end it with Cyclopsis?
No joke, I beat this game in 15 minutes. Yeah, victory. Roll credits.
Victory!
Special thanks to...
Unemployed. Huh? What? I'm not unemployed. I just got off the job.
Unemployed? Wait, are you referring to me?
Listen, no, Connor. Maybe.
Now, the best thing about the 16-bit console wars of the 90s is that if a game was released on one console, you can bet your kidney that the rival console would have one right around the corner.
Usually, yeah. There we go.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on the Super Nintendo, and just listen to that 16-bit theme song. It sounds so good. How could it get better?
Yeah, they actually got this.
All right, we've peaked early with the best game.
We really
Story
did.
is, once again, the same. Rita Light's Angel Girl
This is the one that I remember playing when I was younger. This and the movie one. So
on fire, and we gotta save it.
yeah,
This character, so
I will say, I can't believe Zach's character design passed like testing.
black screen is so clean. Seriously, did the Super Nintendo version get all the budget?
I think so.
The game is a side-scrolling beat 'em up. Now, full trans.
Jason is so like, Jason doesn't even have eyes. Yeah, Jason's waist is snatched true. Yeah, Jason is such like look at Jason.
Version get all the budgets.
Look at this.
The game is a
look at this generic ass run cycle and the generic ass jump cycle. What the heck? What is this? Final fight?
Now, full transparency, I played this game all the time as a kid, so I might be a bit more blindly in love.
Sure.
Every stage has you start off as a ranger in their human form, all of which have unique fighting styles. Jason is a straightforward fighter, Zack's moveset is more wild and flashy.
He's got the spin.
And Billy, he does this.
Listen, Billy is trying his best out here, okay? Leave Billy alone. Billy is trying his best.
I always loved playing as the Rangers in their human forms because, yeah, they can.
Oh my god. Can I just say, look at the flurry of punches. Damn, my boy Billy going crazy.
They can hold their own without their powers. That's partially why they were chosen in the first place. You can chain together basic combos by matching the attack button, along with a jump kick and suplex. Brutal. Halfway through the stage,
I don't know about that being a suplex, but you know, to each their own.
A boss, where it's time.
Did he actually say Tyrannosaurus, or did Connor put that in? That sounded too high quality. Hold on, I want to hear that back. Hear that back. Yeah, that Connor had to have put that in.
You Morphin lay the smackdown on the putties, all while the theme song continues to play in the background.
Yeah!
It's crazy how well they captured the hype of the show in video game form. When playing as the Ranger, not much has changed. Your punch has now been replaced with a weapon. The only downside is that now all the characters play the same. Hit, final slash. Hit, final slash. Even Kimberly does that with her bow and arrow.
Okay, listen. Kimberly's doing her best out here too. You know, like, guys, isn't this the best Pink Ranger suit you've ever seen? Anyway.
Speaking of the same goodness, Kimberly, you've been hitting the gym or what?
That's what I'm saying!
Yeah, all the Rangers are just reskinned Jasons, but those are all just minor nitpicks that don't really matter. The game is tons of fun regardless. The boss battles have a lot of fluid movements and really keep you on your toes. Seriously, look at this. I'm swinging my sword around and jumping off the walls like a madman. They nailed the combat perfectly.
It's definitely really fun to play, and if you've never had the chance to play it, if it's on some sort of virtual console somewhere, like Switch Virtual Console or PS4 or something like that, I don't know, check it out. It's really good. Damn, is that Kimberly or Roy? Sure. Listen. Sure.
The platforming, on the other hand, well, that shouldn't be there. There's luckily not a lot of it, but the parts that do require some precision jumping are really frustrating.
Yeah,
strategy time. During the level 2 boss battle, just stand on this platform and don't even bother hunting him down.
True.
Hey, whoa, can you back up a bit, sir? Theme song aside, this game has some really rockin' music.
Ironically, too, I was just about to say that. I remember this having, like, amazing music that some people are still remixing in, like, chiptune stuff today.
It is peak Super Nintendo.
Like, that sounds great. It sounds great. That's a Power Rangers song.
It's another short game, but it gets pretty difficult.
Yeah.
Once you reach the final 2 stages, though, business is about to pick up.
Oh, hit me. There it is.
Of course there would be a dinosaur fight.
Yeah.
It's great. Every attack you land feels and sounds impactful. You got all these special abilities that charge up and you just launch them at the enemy.
I love that. Can I just say, it's something about, like, you swing the sword and it launches, like, a projectile. I love that. That looks so cool.
Launch them at the enemy. Man, a Megazord fighting game sounds amazing.
Wow.
I can't recommend this game enough. A++.
Imagine a Megazord fighting game. Bro, the power sword! Just like that, right, guys?
Continuing our Mighty Morphin journey, we got the Game Boy version. Whoa, what's up with these faces? What do the kids call this? Analog horror? Yeah, they all got analog horror face.
Wait, that is actually so freaking funny. Because, like, if you saw this in a game today, people would be like, man, the pixel art's great! What analog horror game did this come from? And you're like, homie, this is from the Game Boy from 1994. Ooh, yeah. Oh. Oh. Oh.
This is about what I expected.
Oh.
You walk from left to right and punch the bad guys.
Oh.
You got one attack, and since this is the OG Game Boy, there's no color.
No.
Meaning you have 5 characters who are all literally exactly the same in every way. Now, hey, this is great if we're fighting Psycho Blue.
Okay, listen. It's true.
But we're not. So it's mid.
Yeah, mid. That's crazy. Oh, speaking of Game Gear time, somebody talked about Game Gear before.
How does the competition square up? Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on Sega Game Gear. Now, I'm not a 1%er, so I never owned this thing as a kid.
I also
didn't. Is it better than the Game Boy version? Well, yeah. Hell, it's honestly a little better than the Sega Genesis version. The game is kind of a 2D fighter. Putties will spawn, but you get locked in this fighting game stance, meaning if you back up, your character doesn't fully turn around and run away like in a side-scroller. You're instead constantly facing the opponent like any fighting game.
Gotcha, makes sense.
After whooping some putties, the stage boss will fly in and you gotta fight.
I don't think I've ever seen this one. Isn't it the fighting game on Game Gear, or was it on Genesis? I think that's when I'm like, I don't remember. Both Game Gear games are 10 out of 10. Okay. Huge fan of the Power Rangers and Con of the Waffle. Hey, me too. Thank you for saying so. I'm working on some stuff on my own. So, hey, listen, if you like this type of stuff and you like what Connor does, stick around. There's definitely going to be some fun stuff in the future. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
The combat is much more smooth and combo friendly than its console
What
counterpart.
was that?
You can actually land.
Wait.
The combat
Show me
is
that throw.
much more smooth and combo.
What? Goldar one-arm lifts Trini and slams her into the ground?
Friendly than its console
Oh
counterpart.
my god.
You can actually land some fancy looking moves here. The inputs are snappy and super responsive. I have never played a Game Gear game up until this point. Are all the games on the console this clean? I expected it to be much slower, but it might be the fastest of the bunch so far.
Damn. Yeah, isn't the Game Gear like this for everything? I don't think Game Gear is like this for every single game, right? Like they're fast, they're snappy. Like the Game Gear was like a strong console. That's why it took like a bajillion batteries.
The Super Nintendo.
No, oh. Mainly, I didn't have a Game Gear. I had a Game Boy Color. Yeah.
You got a punch, kick, uppercut, jumping kick, as well as button combinations for special abilities.
Damn, he gave him the 1-2. Look at that.
Uppercut, jumping kick.
He gave him the 1-2. Damn. All right, Billy. He gave him that Triceratops horn.
For special abilities. The game's also laid out like the Genesis game. Fight a monster, then fight it again in the Megazord. Rinse and repeat. GamePro magazine at the time described the game as a satisfying blend of action and adventure, perfect for beginners. And yeah, that checks out.
What do you mean, adventure? What are we adventuring to? The streets? Damn. I didn't realize Angel Grove was like this.
If you're a kid, you can definitely
Evil Green
your way pretty far. That is until you reach Tommy. Jesus Christ, this guy would not let me breathe. The AI goes insane here, constantly overwhelming you with attack after attack.
Damn!
It's surprisingly good. I was expecting garbage, to be honest. How many cases are there of a handheld version outshining the console version in every way?
Pokemon. Every single Pokemon game on handheld, I would say is better than the console ones. Yeah. Metroid 2 for Game Boy is better than Metroid 1 for the NES. 2D Zelda's better than... No, hell no. No way do you think 2D Zeldas on handheld are better than 2D Zeldas on console when Link to the Past exists. Link to the Past is amazing. Link to the Past is top 3. Goated with the sauce. You know? Does it count if Pokemon was created for handhelds? I'm just saying.
I'm curious to know. Leave some examples in the comments.
Yeah, Pokemon. I wonder if anybody said Pokemon. Did anyone say Pokemon? Fun fact. Okay, never mind. There are comments about things that happen later. Okay.
Alright, I guess I technically have to mention this game. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on the Sega CD.
Oh.
The Sega CD lauded itself as the first console to show full motion video in its games.
Oh.
So here, they literally just ripped an episode from the TV show, crunched it down to 15p, and threw in some DDR inputs over the screen and called it a day. But why this is stupid is because regardless of your inputs, the episode continues.
Well, yeah, because they don't want to ruin the flow of the episode.
Fight, if the Rangers get hit in the show, they get hit no matter what, regardless of what you do. The screen shakes a little bit if you miss an input, but who cares? Here's an idea.
What?
Turn on any episode of Power Rangers and go on your phone and scroll Instagram.
Why Instagram? Why not Twitter? Why not Twitter?
That's pretty much the experience you'll be getting here. What a stupid and pointless game.
That's like a CD? I guess so.
1995 would see Mighty Morphin
go!
Power Rangers the movie, featuring Ivan Ooze. It's a charming, campy film that I personally like, but I do have to admit it's absolutely garbage.
So long as you like it. That's all I'm saying, Connor. We can both agree that it's not the best movie in the world, but we can agree that it is amazingly fun. That's all I'm saying. Okay? Glad we had this talk.
But a movie's a movie, and it came with tons of games. Starting off with the Sega Genesis, we got Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie. The game. You start off, of course, by picking a ranger, and oh, cool. The game is an arcade-style beat-em-up.
Love
a format
these.
Perfect for the show. I'm surprised there was never a Power Rangers arcade cabinet like the Ninja Turtles and X-Men.
I'm trying to think. I don't think there ever was. Maybe they thought the Power Rangers audience was too young for arcades, but I feel like that would have been like the prime demographic. Yeah, that's a weird thing to think about. I did not play this one. I played the Super Nintendo version of this one, and the Super Nintendo version was the one that I loved playing.
You move around the stage and beat up the bad guys. It's about as simple.
It was past the time of arcade cabinets? What are you talking about? The 90s was huge for arcade cabinets. Huh? Marvel vs. Capcom? Soul Calibur? Tekken? House of the Dead? Time Crisis? What? What do you mean? The 90s were huge for arcades. Yeah, there were so many. What are you talking about? That's a crazy state. Yeah, Mortal Kombat was massive. Yeah, see? Turtles in Time? Yeah. Easy. Yeah, some of the Street Fighter games, yeah. Cruisin' USA.
As simple can get.
Yeah, really.
Wait, that music. You recognize it?
Oh! Yeah! There it is!
No way.
It.
A Power Rangers game finally uses some Ron Wasserman tracks.
Yes!
We got Fight, We Need a Hero, 541, Combat. They're all here in their glorious, grungy Sega Genesis sound.
Bro, that is what we're listening to tonight when we grind TFT. I am putting on that soundtrack, and we're going crazy.
The game loosely follows the plot of the movie, and by loosely, boy goodness gracious do I mean loosely.
Loosely.
The next cutscene follows the movie. Ivan destroys Zordon's tube, and the Rangers need to go to another planet to find new powers. So naturally, level 2 are the city streets. Okay.
Wait, from the end of the movie? Oh my god.
Boss battle are the 2 Megazords Ivan Ooze creates.
Wait, from the end of the movie? This is literally the end of the movie.
Yeah, we're fighting his Megazords. May I remind you, this is only level 2, and we have already reached the absolute end point of the movie.
What?
Now, I was initially a little miffed by this, but what happens next made me absolutely fall in love with the game, and I thought it was a better choice than following them.
Yo, what are these Tatsumaki Senpukyaks? He's going crazy. Look at these Tatsumaki Senpukyak. That's crazy.
Movie. We defeat the evil Megazords, and the Rangers reminisce about when they first joined the team, where we then get to play a flashback mission where Rocky, Adam, and Aisha get replaced with Jason, Zack, and Trini.
Whoa!
Saber-tooth tiger!
How dare you deceive me?
Oh.
Hey, speaking of wrong voice clips, earlier I was playing as Adam, but his "hiya" sounds sound exactly like Zack.
Yeah, they do. They really do.
Anyway, yeah, these flashback missions don't...
Maybe they just didn't know. They were like, you know what? That's the Black Ranger. That's the Yellow Ranger. That's the Red Ranger. Forget about it. One voice line, that's it.
really matter since we're only playing as the Ranger form and everyone plays the same, but it's still a charming touch. Even the Megazord fight has us go from the Ninja Zord to the Thunder Zord. The best way to...
Oh, wait, I love that. Because listen, I'm a big fan of the Thunder Zords. I'm a big fan of the Thunder Zords. I'm just saying. Big fan of Thunder Zords.
Experience this game, just like with any arcade beat 'em up, is with a friend. There's times where this definitely got a bit too repetitive for its own good.
Is there co-op?
The first 2 levels had me fighting waves of 3 oozlings every single time.
Oh.
There was no variety with the numbers or
tiger
enemy type. The same basic enemy for every screen. A friend's presence really would have made this game a bit more enjoyable. Could you imagine you and a buddy fighting evil as the Thunder Zord and Tiger Zord together?
Wait, that would have been awesome. Because I love the White Tiger Zord is one of my favorite Megazords ever. Freaking love this Zord. So freaking cool. One tiger, 不禁henge.
Unfortunately, all my friends were busy. Yeah, it's crazy. They go to different schools. You'll probably never see them.
What?
Oh, and don't even get me started on this cave level. I spent a good, no joke, 10 minutes straight just beating up the putties. There's a timer that ran out quickly, but the level didn't end, so I genuinely thought my game glitched. You're watching the footage in its entirety at like 5 times speed. So I ran all the way back and realized I was supposed to punch this random, unassuming rock to open up a secret path. What? Regardless, it's a great game for the fans. The music, the gameplay, the friendship. I also think this is the only Power Rangers game to include all 9 Mighty Morphin Rangers in a playable form.
Wait.
I think the game...
Wait a minute. Connor. There are 10. There are 10 Mighty Morphin Rangers. Remember, Kat replaces Kimberly for like the last 5 episodes of MMPR Season 3. But like, I will say, it is kind of shitty because Kat's only there for like 4 or 5 episodes and then gets turned into a kid. And she gets to do nothing. Kat didn't exist at the time of this game's releasing. Oh, you know what? You're so real. Wait, actually, if this came out after the movie came out, it may have. Wait, I'm fact checking you. Hold on. MMPR, the movie, Sega Genesis. When did this game come out? June 23rd of 1995. MMPR Season 3 episodes. You know what? You're right. Because Season 3 didn't start airing until September. Okay, all right, you got me. Okay. All right, I'm just making sure.
It may have been a bit better if you removed the movie tie-in altogether and just do a history of Mighty Morphin. Yeah, where you start off with the Season 1 team and work your way all the way up to Season 3.
Listen, I tried to make sure. Because I didn't remember when MMPR Season 3 started airing, you know?
3, going from the Dino powers, Thunder Zords, and Ninja powers, respectively. Highly recommend it. Alright, moving over to the SNES version, let's see what they got up their sleeve.
Okay, this is the one that I play a lot.
It's once again co-op, and we get to pick our ranger.
Yeah.
Why does Billy look like that?
Because that is from the pilot. That is Billy's pilot shot for some reason. I don't know why they used it for this version. And this is Green Ranger Tommy as well.
The history of the show has Billy looked like this. So the game seems to be trying to capture the magic of the first game. It's a side-scrolling action game, but one of the strangest ones I've played. Mainly because you play on 2 different planes.
This was like, what was it? Fatal Fury had this kind of system where you could jump back and forth between planes.
Hitting the L or R button, you'll move from the top half of the screen to the bottom and vice versa. I guess this makes sense since the game is multiplayer. You could have your friend up high and you down low, but it just ends up feeling kind of unnecessary and cumbersome.
It's been forever since I played it, so I can't comment on it, you know?
You also don't have combos anymore. Just one single strike you do over and over again. It feels like
I did not remember that. I did not remember
I
that.
couldn't decide whether to have the game be similar to the first SNES title or an arcade beat-em-up. So here we get this weird hybrid. I don't know why they just didn't opt for an arcade beat-em-up like the Sega Genesis version. Could you?
That dude popped out an AK. Hold on a second.
I don't know why they just didn't opt for an arcade beat-em-up like the Sega Genesis.
Dude, what is this? When did Power Rangers get shot by AKs? What is happening? That's insane. Insane. Fun fact, taking the shot for this movie was the very first thing Adam, Rocky, and Aisha's actors did in Power Rangers. I did know that. I think we talked about that a couple times while we've been going through MMPR. So,
This version.
Yeah.
Could you imagine a Turtles in Time-like
So
game
true.
with the Power Rangers on Super Nintendo? Every time you defeat an enemy, they'll drop a lightning bolt. Collecting enough, you'll fill up this meter, and once it's completely full, you hit the X button and you'll morph. I do like how you're in control of the morphing, meaning you could challenge yourself if you want to play the game fully in human form.
I'm a big fan.
I also struggled way too much with this one. There's a lot of precise jumping and dodging you'll have to do, but the margin for error is so small, and 9 times out of 10, I end up getting hit because I didn't perfectly dodge something.
Maybe don't walk at fire. I'm just saying,
I think
Connor.
if you're playing with a friend, though, a lot of these critiques wouldn't matter. Co-op Power Rangers is always bound to be a great time. I just need, like, friends.
Connor, I'm right here. Connor, I'm right here. Okay, I'm right here, Connor.
It's weird because I prefer the Sega Genesis version of the movie game.
Have you been watching VR Troopers? I have not. It's on, what is it on? It's on Tubi, somebody said? I don't remember.
In every way, apart from the visuals, which is where the Super Nintendo version shines.
Yeah.
I love how gorgeous this game is.
It does look very
but
pretty.
I don't really love the gameplay. It also doesn't follow the movie at all until the very end.
Well, listen, don't worry about
the
it.
Genesis one tried a little bit.
A little bit.
Here we're going to random stages that never appear in the movie and fight putties. I know.
Or a tank? Wait, are you just not going to make a comment about Kimberly slapping like a assault vehicle? Huh?
I know I'm kind of dogging on the game a lot, but
That's
I do
crazy.
genuinely enjoy it. It's loads of fun. Typical Power Rangers fan, complains about the product incessantly and ends it with, I love this. 10.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah.
Out of 10.
Yeah.
Heading back to the world of handhelds, we got Power Rangers, the movie, the game on Game Boy. Goodness.
Power Rangers, the movie,
So,
the
just
game.
like the last Game Boy game, you
Oh,
walk
they're
from
in the
left to
Ninjetti
right and
outfits.
punch the putties. That's it. Again, all the Rangers are exactly the same. I can't even say palette swap because there's no palette. Look at this. You see this?
Wait,
This is what you'll be doing the entire time.
didn't the Game Boy Color come out by this point? Am I crazy? Game Boy Color. Release date. No! Holy crap, it wasn't for another 3 years? Whoa. The Game Boy Color didn't come out until 98. This was in 95. Whoa.
You got this random assortment of punches and kicks your Ranger will throw out. I don't know if there's a pattern, but it doesn't feel like it. And when you morph, nothing changes. It's
What? Who is that? Who the hell is that? Who is that? Anyway,
the same punches and kicks as before.
Ninja.
So what's the point in morphing if I'm not any stronger?
Good call.
I also couldn't get past level 2 because I reached this part where when you drop off platforms, you immediately get shot by a cannon. It's stupid because it's a drop of faith. You can't see anything below you or prepare for an attack.
I mean,
Stupid.
it sounds like skill issue. I'm just saying. You don't remember O-Ranger? Oh, I remember O-Ranger. It's O-Ranger's 30th anniversary, man. Come on.
Game.
Come on.
And the final game in the Mighty Morphin, the movie, the game series is on the Game Gear.
This is the one that I was thinking of.
But, wait.
Never mind.
This is looking cool.
That is not what I was thinking of. I lied. Where's the fighting? Where's the fighting one?
Kind of familiar. Yeah, this is the exact same game as the first Game Gear title.
Oh.
Pick a ranger, fight off hordes of putties and monsters in a fighting game style hybrid.
Oh.
And then you do a Megazord battle. Well, I guess I don't really have to spend much time on it. At least it's a good game.
Wait, but it's the movie. Why is the Thunderzord there? Why's the Thunder Megazord there? Oh, Ranger Midlife Crisis, true. Fighting wasn't a movie labeled one. Oh, I didn't realize that. I thought it was.
This is kind of like their Pokemon Red and Blue. Two games that are exactly the same, but do you prefer the Green Ranger and the Dinozords or the White Ranger and the Thunderzords?
Okay, fair enough,
Decisions. Speaking of the White Ranger, Jesus, Tommy, what did they do to you? He looks like someone's drunk uncle. His fat belly and this wife beater and his balding head.
What?
The Ranger known for having the longest hair? Okay. Now, just like the Power Rangers
I'm gonna give Connor that one. Damn, poor Tommy, dude. He's going for his juggler. Dude, he's going for the juggler.
fan base, I'm sure you're sick of hearing about Mighty Morphin. However, we have just one more game to talk about before moving on.
Yeah.
At least for now.
Mighty
Morphin Power Rangers,
there it
is.
Edition. This is what I was thinking of.
Super Nintendo had its own Power Rangers 2D fighter to rival the Genesis. Was it any good?
Yeah. It's a banger. It's kind of a Street Fighter 2 clone. It's crazy. It's kind of nuts. Also, the music's so good.
Because it's specifically a giant mech fighting game. That's right, you can choose between the Thunderzord, Tigerzord, and even the Ninjazord and Shogun Zord. And you'll do battle with the villains throughout the show in their giant forms.
Also, listen to that music. What
I really love is the fact that even though we're playing as giant robots, the movements and attacks are still insanely quick and snappy. Like, I've definitely never seen a Megazord move like this.
I mean, you should watch Gundam. Gundam's got some crazy stuff. You know what? Wait, isn't this more like Gundam Battle Assault to some degree? Like Gundam Battle Assault 1? I guess before it. Wait, isn't it made by the same people? Did I just unlock a core memory?
And despite being fast,
Gundam Wing on SNES. That's what it was.
Paced, the attacks still feel like they have some serious impact.
Gundam Wing on
the
Duel. Yeah.
The sound design is really satisfying.
Endless Waltz. There you go. Yeah, that's amazing
sounding. Super Nintendo was
sounding.
littered with Street Fighter clones, but this one actually stands out from the bunch. Even a non-Power Rangers fan would have fun with it. Fast combos, button inputs for special moves, quick reaction times, it's all here.
I remember a friend had this, and we would play it from time to time, but I never had a Genesis, so...
And that final fight...
Oh wait, no, this was on Super Nintendo, wasn't it? I never had this game. I also didn't have a Super Nintendo growing up, so...
With Lord Zed, Jesus Christ, he does not mess around. You really have to...
What is he, Bison?
Lock in and be one with the Thunderzord.
Oh! Damn! He said... predictable.
My only complaint is, where's the Dinozord and Dragonzord? You have all the other Megazords here. Why not include those two as unlockable characters after beating the game or something?
Wait, actually, that would have been kind of fire. Wait, I'm kind of with Connor on this one. That would have been gas. And then add maybe like 2 more monsters as well. So you got Zed, Goldar, Lip Syncer, Bluehorn? I don't remember the name of this one. I just remember this one because it's lipstick and Lip Syncer is so easy. Yeah, Ivan Ooze would have been cool. You know, you gotta wait for the DLC. My bad.
Ultimately, that's just a minor complaint from an annoying fan.
Needs Cyclopsis, there you go.
As a whole, it's hard to say which is the best Mighty Morphin game for this era. If you have a friend, then I definitely recommend the Genesis movie game for co-op and the SNES fighting game for versus.
There you go.
But as a single-player experience, the first Super Nintendo game is probably the way to go.
I remember there's a speed run for this, and I don't remember who they use, but I need to go back and watch it because it was at GDQ one year, you know? The Shogun Megazord's huge. It is actually huge. If you go back and watch Kaku Ranger, it's a giant fucking castle. Like, literally, it is a castle. That is a physical thing. You know? It's awesome. Have I watched Thorgy's Arcade? No, I have not. I'm not familiar with what that is. Oh, the music.
All right, finally getting a break from the Mighty Morphin Vortex brings us to Power Rangers Zeo Battle Racers on the Super Nintendo.
Madam Woe DLC.
Power Rangers racing game. That's different. You can select between the core 5 Rangers, the Gold Ranger, King Mondo, and a Cog.
Sure.
Now, I want you to look at this game for 10 seconds and tell me if it seems familiar.
Huh.
This is not even a tribute or an inspiration. The game is a legit Super Mario Kart ripoff.
Wow, what? No way. What? No. No.
Like, what other racing game splits the screen in half to show you your rear view? The first level is a typical go-kart track with these red and white barriers.
Yeah.
When you cross the finish line, the camera whips around your character and they throw their hands up in the air and celebrate. Level 2 is literally a beach that looks exactly like...
Why is the Gold Ranger having... The Gold Ranger, like, this is supposed to be the Gold Ranger, because we can see the icon up here, but it's the star. It's just Tommy. And then Cat has the triangle from freaking, what's his name? Rocky. I don't know what's going on with Tanya over here.
Like the one in Mario Kart. The only difference is instead of item boxes, your character has 6 shots you can use to blast the racer in front of you.
Ah. Bootleg? Damn, that's crazy.
I mean, what else can I say? It literally feels like a ROM hack as opposed to an official game. It controls well, has solid drifting, really catchy music.
Okay.
I mean, if you ever wanted Super Mario Kart DLC, then here you go.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm surprised not a lot of people talk about this game when mentioning Mario Kart clones. A blatant ripoff that's still begrudgingly fun.
There's always those really funny games that you find where it's like, man, I love this, but I know I shouldn't, but man, I really love it. They gave Zeo a racing when Turbo was right there. Yeah, but this came out before Turbo. And then Turbo was not well received. And then they just didn't do anything with Beetleborgs. So, anyway.
Then we have Power Rangers Zeo versus the Machine Empire on PC.
Oh no. Oh no, it's this one. It's this one with the crouch attacks. Oh no.
You humans are such fools. The Machine Empire is here and it is here forever.
Guys, I think I gotta go. Guys, I think I gotta go.
It's not even close to King Mondo's voice.
Oh my god.
Welcome,
dude.
Rangers. You have arrived just in time. A new evil is threatening the planet Earth.
Okay.
And no,
Obviously that's not Zordon, but at least that's a little bit closer.
that's not Zordon either. The game is pretty basic,
Oh.
move from left to right and punch the cogs.
Oh.
It is very janky and visually pretty ugly.
Yeah.
But I have a soft spot for late 90s PC games.
Ooh.
Like, this kind of feels like a bootleg.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not good by any
What the hell was that? What the hell was that? That is
stretch of the
insane.
imagination, but I've never heard of this game until doing research for this video, so it's at least got that mysterious factor to it.
The only reason I know this game is because Connor used footage of this in his Zeo video. And that's it. That's all I know.
It's just this, by the way. The entire game is jankily moving around and platforming while getting into awkward fights that don't feel satisfying to win.
I would imagine. Yeah. Where did he go?
Congratulations.
Power Rangers Zeo Full Tilt Pinball.
Wait, I didn't know that was a pinball game. Huh?
Oh boy. You flip the paddles, hit the ball. I'm sure you know how pinball works.
Is it just
I'm not
pinball?
too sure what I'm doing though. Like, naturally I assumed I had to hit the ball at the cogs on the monster. However, when I did, nothing would happen. The cogs would respawn and the monster seemed unfazed. So I gave up trying to figure out what to do and just let the vibes take the controller.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, the game is fine. It's pinball. I don't hate pinball, but I'd rather play it on a physical cabinet or on a Windows XP computer.
Yes.
There's a part where I
Because then you can play the space pinball. Did you guys play the space pinball when you were younger? Because I remember playing that. Space pinball. Space pinball, yeah. It's space.
somehow summoned the Megazord, and I was like, all right, what a finisher. They really make a showy finale.
Wow.
So during the cutscene, I put the controller down to look at my phone, but when I looked back up, the game wasn't over.
Oh!
Like, excuse me? It's Power Rangers tradition that when the Megazord does the big move, it's all over. The game literally went on for another 30 seconds before I got the victory screen.
Oh, jeez.
The boss battle...
Bro, I would have been pissed. I would have been like, what? Give me my balls back. I remember the first computer I had with it always crashed when you tried to play it. That's crazy.
Those are more straightforward.
Space Pinball 3D, my bad, my
hit
bad.
the ball at the big enemy. The problem with this though is there's no pageantry or special abilities or anything. So it's pretty boring just trying to hit the ball at this one big thing.
Okay.
Overall though, it's fine. It's definitely pinball.
It's definitely pinball. Okay.
After this, there'd be a bit of a drought in terms of Power Rangers
gonna
games.
say.
Nothing for Turbo in space or...
I love the fact that Connor used the Car Ranger Mega Ranger crossover picture, like the promotional material. This is a Japanese exclusive, which is why there's Japanese symbols here. I can't tell. I don't know if it's kanji or not. I always assume kanji, but I don't want to say kanji and be wrong. So Japanese lettering. I love this, and you can tell that it's from the crossover because it's the Megatector on Mega Red. Yeah.
Lost Galaxy. Yeah, the Cars season didn't get a racing game.
Everybody complained about that. But again, Turbo was a slog. It did not do well in terms of sales. The toy sales were down. The ratings were down. Everything was down. So...
However, in 2000, we get Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue on the N64.
Yes! My favorite! My favorite!
This intro is so hilarious to me. It's a slideshow of what seems to be MS Paint fan art while the theme song plays in the lowest and crunchiest quality I've ever heard.
I don't remember this at all.
Since the N64 can't handle cutscenes, we instead get comic panels. You are not Captain Mitchell, and you are definitely not Miss Fairweather.
I don't remember this at all.
This damn theme keeps restarting every time I enter a new screen. Like, I love the Lightspeed Rescue theme, but when it's cut off every 10 seconds and sounds like absolute death...
This virtual training's so real.
No. Anyway, so how's the game itself?
Yeah, this is what I remember.
It's trash. Yeah, Lightspeed on N64 is infamous for being one of the worst games of all time. You start off...
I remember playing this, but I think I was like really, really young. I'm talking like giga young when I played this, and I remember loving it for no reason.
Off by playing as Kelsey, and you have two attack buttons. One shoots a sparkling light forward, and the other backwards.
Yep.
Level 1 has you going around blasting at green ooze.
Ooh.
Yeah, stationary green ooze.
Oh,
Doesn't
no.
attack you or anything.
Yay!
Even the
Yay!
programmed audience couldn't sound excited. Level 2 has us playing as Carter in his fire truck. We have to shoot water at cars on the road that are on fire. Which apparently it's a bad day for cars, since there's a ton of them going up in flames. Which is why I guess we gotta do a drive-by shooting as opposed to maybe actually stopping and helping them out.
Yo.
The main issue with this section
Carter's going crazy. Oh my god.
is that the fire truck is in the middle of the screen as opposed to being completely on the left, like a normal game might do.
Yeah.
So because of this, you sometimes just don't have enough time to react properly.
Nah.
That, plus the janky controls, literally makes it impossible to save some cars.
It's fine.
Carter Grayson would never.
Nah,
The next
it's
level is a
fine.
Megazord fight. And they did it. They somehow made the worst possible Megazord battle I've ever experienced.
It's first person. You can't see the Megazord at all?
In a game so far.
What?
You're in this first-person perspective shooting missiles. That's your only attack. And the enemy can strafe out of your sight really fast, so you're spending most of the time trying to line up your shots so they land.
What?
It's really
Wait, how do you mess that up? Wait, maybe this game kind of sucked. Maybe I'm crazy.
disorienting and boring. Oh yeah, did I show you the epic Megazord transformation?
Hit me.
Mwah. This game definitely
Wow, that was certainly a Megazord transformation of all time.
deserves its awful reputation. Most of the game has you doing these beat 'em up sections, shooting laser beams at enemies. This is how stupid this game gets. I was trying to make progress so I can go to Mariner Bay, or, I'm sorry, City.
There you go.
But I couldn't progress. Because not only do you need to defeat every battling, but you also need to destroy the trees.
But
Yes, I'm not kidding.
why? Fuck the trees.
You cannot progress until you break all the trees in
Caduceus was never. I'm just saying.
this park. What is going on? This is the first genuinely terrible Power Rangers game we've checked out so far.
Follow me, I cleared the road to the city.
I can't find one good thing about it, apart from maybe getting to hear the Lightspeed theme song. That's it. A repetitive, broken, and janky experience through and through.
Maybe that's why I don't like the Lightspeed theme as much, because I just remember this and I can hear it in my nightmares from when I was a child. Anyway.
Heading over to the PS1, we once again have Lightspeed Rescue. Being on a more technologically advanced console hopefully means we're in for a better experience.
I guess
Once
so.
you arrive at the building, we will be able to track you via your rescue morphers.
That's definitely Miss Fairweather's voice, but not her face.
Yeah.
What we have here is a simple 3D arcade style beat 'em up. Go around the stage,
I don't know.
rescue
I don't think I know this one like at
collect
all.
random doodads and punch and kick the crap out of every battling in your vicinity. The combat is very satisfying. You can't string together any combos.
You gotta slow down and tell me more about this. You gotta talk about these batlings, bro. That thing like move to the
Rescue
side.
civilians, collect random doodads, and
That shit
punch and kick
rolled.
the crap
Look
out of
at that. You gotta talk about the combat roll. That shit went crazy.
together any combos, and the hit detection is garbage. You'll essentially just be mashing the X or circle button and hoping your health bar is more than the enemy's.
Spider-Man
The first
knockoff,
boss you'll
yeah.
encounter is Shockatron, and you can see with your own eyes the strategy I implemented. The combat is not very deep.
No, I can see.
The whole game isn't good, but I won't really say it's bad either. It's more so just boring. What you're seeing here is what you'll be doing from the start until the end. However, the game is co-op, so maybe if you were a kid with a younger sibling and you had this game, it wouldn't be terrible. I wouldn't recommend it at all, but it's not the worst Lightspeed game, which isn't saying much.
There's 3 of them though, aren't there?
The final Lightspeed Rescue game left to check out is on the Game Boy Color. So this game is kind of interesting conceptually.
Oh my god, it's so ugly.
Usually in Power Rangers games, you're focusing on beating up the bad guys because, well, it's fun. But here we have a focus on rescuing people. We need to explore this really big building and use different tools and abilities to rescue civilians. Break down the doors, use...
Why is it so ugly? This is, I feel like the Game Boy can handle way more than this, right? Yeah, holy 8-bit Batman. No, this is not good.
Drills and grabby claws to reach people you can't normally. It's interesting for about 3 minutes. Then you start to realize just how much aimless wandering
Oh my god,
you're
terrible
doing.
execution.
This area is massive, and you don't have a map or anything, so there's a lot of aimless adventure.
Orange Lightspeed Rescue? There was an Orange Ranger? What the hell? That's wild.
The game looks like it's broken up into 3 parts: rescuing, fighting, and Megazord battle. However, I never got to experience the other 2 modes because I couldn't find all the civilians.
What?
And I definitely was not looking up a guide for Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue on Game Boy.
What? Connor, you have to do your due diligence, okay? I'm doing my due diligence and playing Code Veronica tomorrow, okay? I'm doing my due diligence.
I'll give it kudos for not just resorting to being another side-scrolling beat-em-up, but it's not very fun in my opinion. All right. So now it's time for Power Rangers Time Force on PS1.
Never
The
played
game
this
is
either.
exactly the same as Lightspeed on PS1. A weird 3D beat-em-up you can play with a friend. However, I gotta give out about this one a bit. Firstly, level 1 in any video game is supposed to be fairly easy, right? So, okay, why is the first level in this game so frustrating? You need to scale this mountain that has giant rocks falling down.
Listen, I'm not gonna say it, but it could be a skill issue. Listen, it could be a skill issue.
However, there's no indication on when one's coming. No sound effect or visual indicator. You're just scaling the mountain and boom, big rock hits you.
I mean, haven't you ever played Super Mario 64? It's like the same thing.
Normally, I wouldn't mind taking my time, but there's a time limit, and a fairly short one by the sounds of it. So I'm rushing. And of course, the platforming is garbage. If you're not pixel perfect, you're falling down. And then probably getting hit with a rock. And to add insult to injury on top of all of that, anytime you do literally anything, Circuit pauses the game to interrupt you and give you a tutorial.
listen, what do you got against Circuit, okay, man?
Rangers, the Time Villains have traveled back here to the 21st century. These bonuses will stop the countdown briefly. Watch out, Ranger! Well done! Great! Well done!
I love you, Circuit, but Jesus, please shut
Let my bird speak. Let him speak. Let him cook.
up. I also learned that the timer doesn't matter. It reached 0 for me and just counted into the negatives.
What?
Apparently, if you beat the stage within the 3-minute time limit, then you'll be rewarded with health bonuses.
Oh.
Why add this random time limit feature? Is it because this is Power Rangers Time Force? Apart from probably the most frustrating level 1 I've ever had to play, the game is exactly the same as Lightspeed.
That's
same
unfortunate.
pros and cons.
That's unfortunate.
Punch your way through
Was
Cyclobots
there a Time Force on N64?
with a buddy
Are they fighting cowboys?
if you want.
What the
There you
heck?
go. Alrighty, here's Time Force on the Game Boy Advance,
Okay.
made by Vicarious Visions. Hey, these guys have actually made games. The opening already
Have
has
they?
me sold. I'm in love. We get a Game Boy rendition of the Time Force theme song in karaoke form, along with these charming visuals. Timeless wonders are a thunder. Wait, is it not fire and thunder? The game itself.
Wait, I thought it was fire. It's fire and thunder, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it fire and thunder? Yes. Nope. Belmar, don't do this to me. It's definitely this game. You know, listen, I'm gonna leave it. If they make a compilation of these games for $30, would you buy it? Probably. Probably. What's up, Gothic? The guys that made the Tony Hawk games and the OG Crash Bandicoot games. Really? I thought it was Naughty Dog that did Crash Bandicoot originally. Oh, made the Crash remakes and the Tony Hawk remakes and other assorted Activision stuff. Got it.
Was another side-scrolling beat 'em up. Being on the GBA though, it's definitely the best looking and most fluid in terms of gameplay. You can double jump and use more abilities. Apart from that, not much else to comment on.
See, I kind of like this art style. I'm a fan of this.
No
This
other
looks
deep
cool.
mechanics or crazy features we're missing out on. Just walk around the stage and beat up the baddies. Definitely the best handheld Ranger game so far.
Okay, fair enough.
Sticking to the GBA, we've got Power Rangers Wild Force.
What are these poses? Their waists are so snatched. Oh my god. Holy crap.
This title screen music kicks so much ass, but I don't think it's the Wild Force theme.
It's definitely not the Wild Force theme.
You start off by selecting your ranger you'll take control of, and 3 others as...
Hold on a second. Go back.
You start off by selecting your ranger you'll take...
What is Taylor doing? Also, why does Taylor have a skirt? That doesn't look like Taylor's sword. Running with scissors? Oh my god.
control of,
I guess
and
so.
3 others as supports. I really like the art style of...
Oh my god. Can we talk about... Look how big Danny... Look how beefy he is! Holy crap, he's swole! Sheesh.
3 others as supports.
Man.
I really like the art style of the Rangers. Very muscular but slim. Unlike those toys in the 90s. What kind of steroids were they taking?
Also, don't worry
the game
about
is
it.
once again very basic. Walk around the stage and beat up the putreds.
Ew.
The game utilizes an isometric view, which is pretty unique. You mash the attack button until the cows come home. Hitting the shoulder buttons will summon the other Rangers for their special abilities. For example, with Cole and Alyssa, you'll go on a berserk charge, then nothing will stand in your way. And Danny will pick you up and throw you like a shot put. The boss battles essentially require you to use these abilities to weaken them before you start smacking them around. The Megazord battles are interesting. Basically, you're on the defense at all times.
Interesting.
The enemy will do an attack, and you have to do like this DDR Mario.
Homie, it was 4 button presses. It was 4 button presses.
Mario and Luigi RPG, tap the buttons at the right time in order to counterattack.
It's
interesting,
4
I'll give it
buttons!
That. Now, normally this is probably where I'd wrap up on this game. It's another very simple but enjoyable action game. However, Power Rangers Wild Force on GBA has multiplayer.
Oh.
And not just 2 players or even 3. Full-on 4-player co-op.
Whoa.
Yes, this is the 4 Swords of Power Rangers games.
Didn't realize
I guess
that.
that's why this game has an isometric view. It lets you see your teammates
So you can see
easier.
everything.
Also, the Megazord sequence has 4 panels here. So theoretically, it would actually be a team effort for everyone to hit the right buttons when it's their turn to beat the monster.
Oh my god. That would be such a pain in the ass. That would be such a pain in the ass. Also, yeah, the GBA link cable.
I didn't expect this game to be as deep and unique as it is. If you're by yourself, I probably wouldn't recommend it, but if you have some friends, it makes for a good time.
Understandable.
Probably.
Probably.
Alright, here's Power Rangers Ninja Storm.
Dude, it's crazy that Power Rangers kind of just abandoned consoles and just was like, GBA time. GBA, that's it, just GBA. What happened? Huh?
Also on the Game Boy Advance, with not their theme song. You start out by selecting your group. You can either play as the Wind Rangers, Thunderstorm Rangers, or the Green Samurai Ranger.
Okay,
I tried out all the different teams, and they all play relatively the same and follow the same story.
Fair enough, fair enough.
The game, to no one's surprise,
Oh,
is
I've
another
seen this.
side-scrolling action game.
I have seen
Move
this.
from left to right and beat up the bad guys.
Athy, hi Athy. You missed the not good Lightspeed rescue games. Oof. I hope you're well though, homie. How are you? Hi. Hi.
However, this is definitely the best of the Game Boy bunch so far, mainly because it focuses on just being a beat-em-up. Yeah, all the other games had a focus on fighting too, but sprinkled in elements of exploration and platforming.
Dodge the bullet,
which in
more
my
like.
opinion bogs down the already limited experience.
I mean, you're right.
So here, just focusing on punch, punch, punch works best. It
I mean,
feels
this
like
is
a
a
bit
beat
of
'em
a
up.
spiritual successor to the first Super Nintendo Mighty Morphin game. Every ranger uses their weapons and can string together combos. You can
Okay.
slash, shoot your blaster, and
Okay,
even
but what
throw
about-
enemies.
what about the
There's
weapon?
even some barriers that can only be destroyed by you hucking a body at it.
That is
it's
so
really
funny.
fun. The Megazord fights are also pretty engaging. You have to press the button
Engaging?
along with the corresponding direction
Connor, it's a button press, homie, please. For the love.
in a short time.
Okay.
So, for example, if the A button appears on the left side, you need to press A and left on the D-pad. If it's on the
That would have confused me. I take it back. I would have been pissed.
top, then B plus up on the D-pad.
Yeah.
So forth and so on. The GBA is limited in terms of power, so it's a good alternative. That's pretty much it. This is like our 20th side-scrolling action game.
Listen, don't worry about it.
Oh, hell yeah. Dino Thunder.
We're about to
Play
get
that
another
rockin'
one.
theme song.
Oh. Oh.
That's not it.
Oh.
Slow down, Connor. What happened?
That's also not Jason David Frank.
No, it is not.
Yikes. I can already see where this game is going.
Zeltrax sent a new giant army to attack the Zords.
Wait, no way. Are you kidding? Connor and Ethan are also voiced by the same guy as Tommy. Why
Wait,
not just
are they really?
use, I don't know, the Dino Thunder actors?
Kira, Ethan, do you read me? Dr. O, we're low on power. This may be our last transmission.
Bro, what is happening in Dino Thunder? Oh, this one?
On
I
my
gotta
way,
find
Dr.
out.
O. I'll get him back. You can count on it.
In this game, we take control of the individual Zords and do simple missions. We'll start off with only the Tyrannozord until we
See,
rescue the
this
Tricera
looks
and
cool.
Terrazords. Now, immediately, this game is incredibly boring because of the loads of tutorials you have to go through.
Oh.
And the game isn't complex as it thinks it is. You can move, jump, and shoot. That's it. You could learn the entire game's mechanics in about 5 seconds of mashing buttons.
Oh.
But no, you have to walk to a tutorial area,
Double
activate
jump?
it, listen to not Tommy give you instructions, and then you gotta do something simple like collecting coins or shooting targets.
Listen, sometimes you just need some coins. I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes you just need some coins, man. You need some quan cheese.
It's beyond simple and gets
Jump and shoot, man.
repetitive
I mean, dinosaurs,
really
yeah,
quick.
you know.
Eventually, you will unlock the other Zords. The Terrazord is fun, I guess. At least it's
I
not hobbling
guess.
around at a snail's pace. But look what the game has me doing. Flying through rings. I know Superman 64 is like the boomer bad game to be compared to, but literally, what else do you want me to say?
Oh.
It's Superman 64 levels of creativity.
Oh.
Oh, in the Tricerazord, it's even worse, because it can't jump. So you're forced to trudge through the stage and destroy rocks because what else is it good for? When you
Damn. Sorry, Ethan.
finish the endless tutorials, the main game isn't any better. You still need to find mission beacons and activate the objective.
Oh,
and the
ew.
objectives are always one of two tasks.
Uh-oh.
You'll either need to painstakingly collect a bunch of random items or destroy something.
Great. My favorite combination. It also has the Ninja Storm Zords. Does it really? This one does? I never played this one.
That's it.
That sucks.
There's no strategy, no exploration, no mix-up from this formula.
Listen, don't worry about it.
Every single mission, it's collect this, destroy that. Now collect
Listen,
these.
maybe
and
they just really like collecting and destroying things. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Nova, thank you for the 100 bits.
So I had this game and had collectibles where if you gather all almost, you have the option to play the Ninja Storm and Wild Force Zords.
I have no idea. I've actually never played this game, so I have no idea. I'm going to take your word for it.
Now destroy those. Rinse and repeat.
I am out of
And
water.
the icing on top of this crap sundae easily has to be the voice acting.
Oh no.
2 more interference generators to destroy.
It literally sounds like the dev team ordered pizza one night and got the driver to record these lines.
That's a crazy statement.
What's weird is that, like, this is Disney. I totally understand if Saban wanted to be cheap and once again screw the actors out of a payday.
That's such a wild
Disney
statement.
Too, I guess it's Power Rangers tradition, unfortunately.
Fingers crossed for new Disney era Power Rangers. Loki, a game specifically about Zords could be dope, like a Gundam-esque vibe, but that ain't it. Yeah, this one ain't it, but the fighting game from the Super Nintendo, pretty pog.
Now, I actually persevered to see if the game got any different, and I eventually did reach a full-on Megazord boss battle.
I love this transition. The Dino Thunder theme since I never play it. That's
Our
insane.
first Megazord fight on the 6th generation of consoles.
Ah, yes.
And it's trash.
That's my favorite, guys. Do you remember when the I don't even remember what this dinosaur or this Megazord is called. Was it the Thundermax Megazord? I can't even remember. Whatever this Megazord. Guys, remember when they shot lasers? That was my favorite part that the Dino Thunder Megazord did.
Blasting endlessly until maybe there's an opening. Cool.
Maybe.
This game is bad. A repetitive and uninspired
the
mess that was just
Brachiozord.
thrown out there for the hell of it.
Bro, if anybody ever talks like, man, I love the Brachiozord, I think of this. This right here. This your Zord? You're gonna stand by him?
It's crazy because whenever I think of licensed GameCube games, I always think of good ones like Shrek 2, Over the Hedge, Spider-Man 1 the movie, the game. All of these are fantastic games. But as usual, Power Rangers gets the short end of the stick.
Listen, okay, just... Yeah, I ain't got anyone. This looks terrible. I'm sorry. This looks absolutely dog garbage. Oh, I know it's Hasbro at the moment. What I was saying was the big rumor that's going on right now is that the next season is going to be on Disney Plus, and the bigger rumor is that it's going to start filming next year in, was it the UK? I think. So, I know Hasbro owns it now. Listen, it's a big rumor right now.
Maybe the GBA version is better.
Whoa! That's a banger
And whose
theme.
toes do I need to kiss to hear the freaking Dino Thunder theme?
Okay, first of all, I agree. However, that's a banger.
A side-scrolling action game you're legally not allowed to be surprised at anymore.
Okay.
It's not a good one, though. They
Oh.
took after the GameCube game by having endless tutorials and text boxes interrupt the game.
Oh.
The combat's a little slow and there's too much exploration.
Oh.
I'd prefer if they just went the Ninja Storm route and focused on making an action game exciting enough to hold my attention. I don't know how to explain
Unfortunate.
it. Just look at the two games visually and you can tell the Ninja Storm one is better. As it stands though, the game is fine.
He sounded so excited. SPD had a game too? Bro, I missed a whole generation of games. Oh my god.
Can we please just get something different? Power Rangers SPD on the Game Boy Advance.
It's a side-scrolling beat 'em up again, dude. Oh. Okay.
Yet again, it's a side-scrolling action game.
Wow, it's
this
crazy.
This one at least doesn't have any exploration, so it's a bit better. Walk around, beat up the bad guys.
Power
Every
Rangers Farm
ranger
makes
has
him
a different
win.
combo attack.
It would probably suck, I'm not gonna lie. But I would play it with you, Athy. I would play it with you, and I would hold hands and make us coffee.
And special ability. So, okay, at least there's some variety. What you see is what you get. Beat up the bad guys.
True.
Do we at least get to hear the SPD theme?
No.
Of course not.
Nope.
Why would we? But what we do get, though, is Pokemon music.
Wait, this does actually sound...
I'll take it, I guess.
I actually does kind of sound like Pokemon or like Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga-esque.
Okay, here's something I was actually really excited to play.
Hey!
Power Rangers Super Legends on PlayStation 2. I remember seeing this game on the shelf
because it was around for the 15th anniversary. It was like the Operation Overdrive themed one. I never played it, but I do remember seeing it all the time.
At video rental stores all the time when I was a kid, but I never had a PS2. So after 10,000 years, I'm free to finally play the game.
Yeah.
The game was released in 2007 and celebrated the 15th anniversary of the show, meaning we have our first ever Power Rangers crossover game. The story follows the Omega Ranger hunting down a revival.
When? Who? The Omega Ranger? That does not look like... That does not look like him. Original design? That's what I'm saying. Holy crap.
I'm Lord Zed in a hidden dimension. I really love the art direction here. It's like an animated comic book and works really well for Power Rangers.
Okay.
Lord Zed is somehow revived after the Z-Wave, which surprisingly does get mentioned here. He's in possession of this powerful crystal that lets him hop through dimensions, and we gotta stop him. Level 1.
It just looks like the Zeo crystal, but like without the shapes. Okay.
1 has us playing as the Operation Overdrive team.
What? You love Operation Overdrive? I haven't watched his video on Operation Overdrive yet, so I don't know if he actually does. I'm sure he doesn't.
I guess they were the 15th anniversary team. Weirdly enough, it put me in control of Will, the Black Ranger. I'm not complaining, I'm just surprised you don't play.
Wait a minute.
Glad I never got into the games. Love the show though.
True. True and real. Why do these horns look like the Megazord? Don't they kind of look like the Dino Megazord from MMPR? Because it's got the big third horn over top of it. Hi, Kane. You know who loves it? Athena. You know what? I heard Athena specifically say that Operation Overdrive is their favorite season. I heard. It's true and real.
As the red. And it's another side-scrolling action game, but let's try and give this one a shot. The combat is pretty fun. You can attack, shoot your blaster, or throw enemies. Mashing the attack button strings together combos pretty fast.
Okay.
For example, you can Shoryuken them up in the air and also do some aerial combos.
Bro, what is this? Devil May Cry? That was like the launcher.
My only complaint is that when you knock down an enemy, it takes a million years for them to get back up and continue the fight. And you can't hit them when they're down, so sometimes you spend a lot of time just waiting around and doing nothing.
Reached. What does that mean?
When you're not fighting, you're walking from left to right and platforming. There's a few collectibles and secret areas to explore.
I love platforming.
But apart from that, the side-scrolling feels very uninspired and pointless. You're pretty much just wasting time until you get into a fight. The game has all the basic stages.
No, you can't show me a collectible and then not get the collectible. Damn. Because Boganger is the 30th anniversary of Sentai, so there's a bunch of like little callbacks and Easter eggs. Ryuon's design is indeed based on... Oh, I didn't know that.
Staples,
Whoa.
wall jumping, platforming, even a 3-year-old can do. The combat really is the glue that's holding this shattered game together. And there are a few cool set pieces I have to compliment. The Rangers encounter Moltor on top of a cliff. Moltor. He destroys it. And now we have to do battle standing on this chunk of earth while hurtling down the mountainside. Okay, this is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is pretty cool.
Eventually, you reach Moltor and have our first boss battle. Nothing too complex. Lay in the combos and step away when he starts to explode.
What is this down here? Huh?
Naturally, after beating him, it's time for the Megazord battle. Unfortunately, it's once again just a bunch of QuickTime events.
That sucks.
But at least the visuals and cinematography are nice.
That's how far it looks terrible.
Red Ranger.
The story continues.
Red Ranger. Okay.
With Will and Mac.
Okay.
Not voiced by their actors.
Of course.
Let's see what this stone's about. I wonder how it opens.
Being contacted by the Omega Ranger.
Oh.
Voiced by Yuri Lowenthal.
Oh.
Repository of all Power Ranger knowledge.
What? Wait, what a callback, huh? Yuri Lowenthal, my goat? My boy?
My task is to record the exploits of Power Rangers for posterity.
He's assembling a team of Rangers throughout all dimensions and universes to stop Lord Zed. However, only 2 Rangers from each dimension and team can come because that's all the powers can handle.
Oh.
Fine. We then cut to the Lost Galaxy Rangers, who need to save Terra Venture from an attack from Chikina.
Oh.
Also, Leo and Damon are not voiced by their actors.
Yeah.
It's getting out of hand. It's way past that. Chikina has taken over Terra Venture's defenses.
Ooh. 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 Yeah, I was gonna say, I was getting like, that was some no in-flight movie. I'm out of here. Later.
After playing level 2 for a little bit, my worst fears came true. All of the Rangers play exactly the same from one another.
Oh no.
The same punch kick combo, the same blasters. Heck, they even have the same screen wipe special ability. Like, at the very least, give them a unique finishing move.
No, dude. It was so easy. Just give them their finishers. Like from the shows, you know? It's so easy.
So, because of this monotony, the game falls off a cliff pretty quickly.
Okay, fair enough.
Doing the same exact punches and kicks over and over, and these levels just feel longer. And the levels really aren't that visually stimulating. Terra Venture is literally just this space station for the entire time. And it also took me 30 minutes to complete. That's 30 minutes of walking on this linear path, staring at the same background and occasionally jumping, spending most of the time mashing the X button to punch out the enemies.
Oh,
it's a shame because I really do like the story. I enjoy the multiple dimensions and seeing all the Rangers interact with each other. It's not often in Power Rangers history we have a beginning focus on the Operation Overdrive, SPD, and Lost Galaxy team.
That is true. That is a weird combination of Rangers that, like, I feel like you wouldn't expect to see. Because, like, SPD and Operation Overdrive are right next to each other. You know? You can dash and wall jump. Mega Man X called. Yeah! I'm kind of getting that, too.
We haven't even seen a Mighty Morphin Ranger yet. But the gameplay loop is just...
That's because they realized, you know, it's been 15 years since Mighty Morphin came out. We should probably do something else. Also, I'll keep saying this. Affy and Kane, I don't know if you guys are here. We've been complaining that Hasbro was re-releasing MMPR toys in the Reignition line. And all of us were like, oh, hey, that's dumb. Why is Hasbro doing Mighty Morphin toys again for like a younger kid audience of like not the collector quality? Did you guys know that they put out MMPR Season 1 and it's like touched up, cleaned up on Netflix? It's all of MMPR Season 1. And it's not the one that Disney did. It's the one that it's just color and audio touch up. Yeah, by AI. Yeah. AI upscale. Yeah. Is it awkward looking though? With AI assistance, yeah. I haven't seen what it looks like yet. I saw that it was advertised to me. And I didn't even know that it existed. It's okay. I mean, it's probably just MMPR Season 1, right? Or does it like, are the colors too colorful? I'm curious. I haven't like looked at it yet. I'm like nervous. Just boot up Netflix. It's in Netflix as a separate season. Yeah. When did they do that? Like a week or two ago. It's like really recent. All right, well, sorry. I wanted to see if they knew. Now they know. So
it's too boring. The minute-and-a-half cutscene you get in between the hour of this isn't worth it, sadly.
Oh.
The game's also co-op, so hey, if you have a friend, maybe you get more mileage out of it.
there we go. Affy Kane, let's go. Grab your favorite Ranger. Let's go.
Super Legends also had a DS port, and wow, this is easily the worst Power Rangers game so far.
Oh.
Boring, slow, and ugly.
Unfortunate.
The trifecta of garbage.
It sucks because some of those idle...
Boring.
Some of these idle motions look really cool.
Slow and ugly. The trifecta of garbage.
With like the wiggling back and forth, I really like that. Listen, I'm a sucker for idle animation.
This would actually be the last Power Rangers game made under Disney. Power Rangers games, along with the show, would kind of go on a hiatus for a little bit. But in 2011,
while, yeah.
both the show and the games would get a revival.
Yeah. There's Samurai. Never played the Wii one.
Power Rangers Samurai on Wii. Alright. Power Rangers Samurai is a bit of a mixed bag, but personally, I've always enjoyed it, flaws and all. You start off by picking your Ranger.
Fair.
You can choose between... excuse me, I've always wanted to do this. Jaden! Mia! Mike! Kevin! Emily! Once you do that, you then have to use the Wiimote to draw the symbol power. Hey, just like in the show, alright.
Oh!
Yes! They straight up just use the morphing footage from the show.
Why not?
And honestly, that's perfect.
Yeah,
I'm all in.
why not?
The game's story follows the show, all the way until the end of Season 1, I believe.
Okay.
And what's that?
Hold it. For this video, Christian Antoine has a hilarious video of him playing this. Does he really? Wait, that's so funny.
That's enough. We're the Samurai Rangers.
That sounds like Jaden. Yeah, they actually hired the actors to voice the characters in the game.
Oh! Wait, that's awesome!
I'm shocked. The game has knocked it out of the park so far, and we haven't even gotten to the gameplay yet.
Oh. It's an beat 'em up. You done fucked up, Connor.
The game is a beat 'em up.
Yep.
You walk around the city of New Zealand, I guess. You have a couple of attack options.
Yeah.
There's your basic light attack that everyone uses. Swing your spin sword in a combo. And your heavier attack uses the Ranger's elements. So Jaden has fire, Mike has wind, etc. For the seemingly millionth time, it's a very simple game.
Why don't they just sheathe their sword and like fight EI style? I'm just saying. I feel like the samurai suits were missing something. Like they weren't bad, but they needed something for the extra oomph. They are kind of basic because like when you look at them like helmet down, it's like a lot of color, a little bit of black, and like that's it.
Unlike Super Legends though, I actually prefer this game. The fights are very fast paced and don't last long.
Okay.
The enemies go down after a few hits.
It does
so
look
at
kind of
least you're
cool.
Constantly moving.
I won't knock
the
it.
soundtrack is really good. It sounds like background music from the show.
Okay.
Weirdly enough, though.
Ironically, that almost sounded like the Power Rangers theme, and then it kept changing. Wait, that's kind of crazy. Whoa. Insane. I'm crazy.
I'm surprised the combat doesn't rely more on motion controls. The Wii took every opportunity it could to make you swing that remote. Castlevania, Soul Calibur, all action games on Wii that unintuitively used motion controls. But Power Rangers Samurai is one where I think it would have benefited from having it. I mean, you can see these combos and fights.
It's such a weird thing because like the Wii era was such a weird time of gaming where there were so many games that were there were so many games that were kind of like forced motion controls and they made them really awkward, or they just didn't have motion controls at all. Like Metroid Prime 3 was kind of fun with it sometimes and then awkward and annoying at other times, you know what I mean? So yeah,
pretty basic. That's just my opinion though.
Bro, how many hits did that tree take? That's a big ass tree.
I love how the game mixes
What
TV
the
show
heck?
footage and cutscenes. Like, look at this.
Spin sword! Quintuple slash!
Okay. Oh.
It's beautiful, really.
Okay.
So I reached the first Megazord fight, and we once again had to swing the remote for symbol power to activate the folding swords. We did that, and what's going on? Is this the Megazord fight?
My turn to give it a whirl.
Whoa! Chew on this!
It was! The first Megazord fight is literally told via visual novel.
No shot. Oh. What a shame. Wait, I was actually kind of like, wait, this could be Pog. This could be Pog. What? Power Rangers visual novel when? Okay, first of all, you're giving me some ideas. Kane and I will get on it. We'll get Johnny Young Bosch involved somehow. We're like, hey, remember me? We met at WeebCon. You want to be involved in this?
Oh. Eventually, I did reach another one, and it's a bit better, I guess.
This is a joke for legal reasons.
It's once again just more quick time events. Swing the remote or nunchuck like it's Guitar Hero.
Okay, fair enough.
Overall, I'd say the game does more good than bad. It's a fun and simple action game. There's co-op, scenes from the show, you get to hear the actors' actual voices and the music.
That's fair.
For a TV licensed game, especially one on Wii, I can't hate it too much.
I was gonna say, if they could get the actors, I think that's a huge thing. Because is this the first time a Power Rangers game has ever actually had the actors? Because that's crazy if so.
Certain charm it has.
Oh.
If you were a kid during this time, I could see why this may be your favorite game of all time.
Rangers together! Samurai forever!
Understandable.
Now hold on, this Samurai train ain't done yet.
Oh.
Because we have Power Rangers Super Samurai on Xbox 360.
Oh. Was this for the Kinect?
The game uses the Kinect, and since I don't have either of those things, you just have to watch trailer footage over and over. I'm sorry.
Okay.
From what I can tell, though, it's just every Kinect game. Move your arm.
I never owned a Kinect, but this looks like everything I expected from the Kinect. Everything.
Arms around and beat up Moogers.
Yeah.
I can't imagine this game is very responsive at all.
No.
Just watching footage of someone playing it at a demo, it looks incredibly frustrating and busted. Although, if you're 6, I guess you wouldn't mind and would just be happy controlling a Ranger. Maybe that's the audience. But I doubt it.
Oh.
Once again, the Wii tramples the Xbox.
I mean, but like Just Dance with Power Rangers themes? Okay, first of all, don't cook, okay? You're cooking too much. You're cooking too much.
Oh God,
no.
just stop it right there.
Oh no.
Power Rangers Megaforce on 3DS. Arguably the worst season in the show's history brings us one of the most boring games.
Oh.
I wouldn't say worst. The game isn't bad necessarily.
It's
It isn't
boring.
mechanically broken or frustratingly difficult. It's once again, you know, I'm not even gonna say it. The OG Game Boy was released in 1989, and despite 24 years of technological advancements and evolutions in gaming, Power Rangers on handheld have stayed exactly the same.
You know what's really funny? I did not realize there were this many beat 'em ups. I didn't know there were this many beat 'em ups for Power Rangers. However, it's really funny because Rita's Rewind was a beat 'em up, and I had fun with it.
Side-scrolling beat-em-ups. But I do have an interesting fact about this game. Andrew Gray, who played Troy in the show, didn't voice his character.
Oh.
You know who did?
Be careful, there's something there.
Johnny Young Bosch? What?
And we're gonna take you down.
That's Johnny Young Bosch.
What? Wait. What? Wait, that's insane. Johnny just became Troy?
Bro, that's the wrong Power Rangers actor. Troy never sounded this cool. Well, Megaforce's entire gimmick was the legendary battle and the legendary Rangers. So, there you go. Adam kind of made an appearance in Megaforce.
There we go.
We're gonna gonna move on to Super Megaforce on 3DS, because it's the exact same game as Megaforce, but with a few extra things. So I'll kill two birds with one stone, and talk about the mechanics and gameplay here.
Okay.
You start off by selecting two Rangers, one you'll control and the other one controlled by the CPU. You go around and mash the attack button over and over again.
It's so funny, because looking at it, that's not Troy standing like that. That is definitely Captain Marvelous. That's so weird.
To my surprise, though, every Ranger does have unique attacks. Orion uses the spear, Troy swings his sword, Noah uses dual blades, Jake throws bombs, making him the worst character. Seriously, you can't attack properly at all, just throwing bombs. Since there's a delay, you have to just hope the enemy just runs into it.
What? But why? Didn't Doc use pistols in Gokaiger?
Emma uses her blaster, and Gia has these boomerang things.
Doesn't Gokai Yellow use dual pistols as well?
So, okay, that's the one plus I'll give this game. Playing as different Rangers will give you a different experience.
What is happening?
But the character select screen is really what caught my eye. There's a lot of unlockable characters here. And since this is the big legendary war season, you can unlock past Rangers. I looked it up, and you can play as the Megaforce Rangers, the Mighty Morphin Rangers, and the Red Ranger from every season up to this point.
Whoa!
A bit of a cop-out, but I'll take Forever Red too.
Yeah.
You can unlock these Rangers in two different ways. One way is scanning a Ranger key, a toy that's sold separately. This is kind of a smart move.
I remember seeing these everywhere, dude. I remember seeing these everywhere. Oh my, Forever Red mentioned. Kane was activated, guys. Kane heard it in the ether, and he appeared.
I mean, I have plenty of Gokaiger keys, but I don't have any of the Megaforce ones, so that's not gonna work. So the only other option is to complete in-game achievements. You'll unlock legendary Rangers throughout the game by either completing stages or defeating a certain amount of enemies.
Okay.
For example, if you want to play as Tommy as the Green or White Ranger, you need to defeat 2,000 enemies. May I remind you, this is the game. It's not a Warriors game where you fight hordes of enemies.
I was about to say, if it was a Warriors game... What? Man, so that was Tommy. He really is the greatest Ranger.
Every stage has like maybe 15 enemies. You'll be here for a while. I eventually unlocked Nick, the Red Mystic Force Ranger, mainly to see if he would play differently. And he does. His attack patterns and special abilities are all unique. So, alright, I will give it credit. Maybe it is worth sinking in thousands of hours to unlock all the characters.
Wait, hold on, that's kind of pog. Wait a minute, hold on a second. Unique playstyle? Who's he voiced for?
Probably not.
Who is he voiced by, though? That's the real question. Is it Johnny again?
In the mid-2010s, there was a bit of a Mighty Morphin revival. Partly with the new live-action movie coming into prominence. Fans both old and new would
Is this Scott Pilgrim music?
come out and show their love for the Power Rangers. So in 2017, we would get Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Mega Battle on
I never played this, and apparently it just doesn't exist anymore.
Xbox One and PS4. However, another major factor in this Mighty Morphin revival came in the form of the comic books.
Yes!
In 2016, Boom Studios would revive/relaunch the Power Rangers universe in a brand new comic series. I've actually never gotten around to reading a single issue yet.
Man, I really need to read these. I have so many on my shelf. It's just like every time I sit down like to read, I'm like, my IQ does not let me do it.
But I vaguely know a tiny bit.
I know a little bit,
The comics
too.
go for a more serious route in terms of storytelling.
Yeah.
It seems to appeal more to the now adult fans who grew up with the TV show.
Yeah.
It also follows a bit of the TV show's lore and continuity, but goes on its own path where they feel like they could do better.
Yeah.
For example, I believe in the comics, Jason, Zach, and Trini still leave the Mighty Morphin team, but instead of going on a vague peace conference trip, they actually get promoted to lead a new team of Rangers to fight evil in space.
The Omega Rangers! I love them. Who wants to talk about comics? Listen. If you know the comics, I'll talk to you about the comics. I just have to read them first. You know what I mean?
Or something? Again, I haven't read the comics.
Lord Dragon Deep Dive when? At some point, I'm sure.
Now, why am I going over all this? Well, because Mega Battle seems to take some inspiration from said comics.
Oh.
At least in its art direction. Rita, the Rangers, Zordon, Alpha, they're all sporting a new sleek and muscular look, which is honestly super refreshing. The game is another arcade-style beat-em-up.
Oh.
Walk around, beat up putties, morph, fight the monster, you know the drill.
Yeah.
Something about the in-game sprites feels off.
Yeah, I was just about to say, that's why I made that sound. Oh.
I don't know, it looks kinda cheap, like a mix between Brawlhalla and an online Flash game in 2004.
Yeah.
No life in their faces, the walking animation feels stilted, and the combat is once again incredibly basic and monotonous.
Yeah.
After Megaforce on 3DS, there weren't any Power Rangers game released on consoles or handhelds, so at the time this felt like a real treat. The cutscenes, cinematic, and background music would get any Power Rangers fan hyped.
I remember being excited for this in 2016, and then I saw the reviews like slaughtered this game. I saw it being given like 3 out of 10. They were like, it's jank, it doesn't play well. And then I saw like footage of the gameplay, and I was like, ooh, I don't like how it looks, so I just avoided it.
But the gameplay is still just kinda boring. There needs to be more than just punches and kicks.
Yeah.
Like, I personally think that the Scott Pilgrim game is boring mechanically, but its art style, music, minigames, and overall charm the game has keeps it beloved in people's minds.
Exactly.
Mega Battle, though, just feels lifeless through and through. It's literally the same problems Super Legends had back on the PS2.
There you go.
A fun universe with an engaging story and cutscenes, but the gameplay loses its steam very quickly. Now, hey, as a Power Rangers fan, again, we don't have many options. It's still a fun enough beat-em-up if you can get 3 friends together.
Also, what happened to King Sphinx? He looks so weird. What's happening?
I like how you can choose between the Season 1 and 2 Rangers, like selecting Jason or Rocky. That's cute. I don't want it to sound like I hate this game, because I really don't. It's just, I want better for the franchise I love so much. 90% of these games have been beat-em-ups, and that's fine, but most of them feel very lifeless and rushed. The game would eventually be delisted for whatever reason, so you can't even play it nowadays unless you have an Xbox or PS4 with it already downloaded.
Does anyone know why this was delisted? Was it like an issue with like assets or music? Because that's what happened with Scott Pilgrim, wasn't it? That's crazy. Fortnite that brought me here. Glad to finally get your stream. Yeah, welcome in. Hi. King Sphinx Digivolution. That's what dude, that doesn't look like King Sphinx. That's Monarch Sphinx. You know, the license just ran out. It's a game. That's so dumb. I hate that, dude. Like, you made a game. You can't just pull the game from existing.
However,
yeah, Scott Pilgrim did get re-released.
2019, we get our first big feel Power Rangers game in a long time. Power Rangers Battle for the Grid.
There it is.
Damn, this artwork is so sick.
So
the game actually feels like a high-quality, high-budget AAA game. The art direction is incredible. What we have is a 2D fighting game featuring Rangers from all across the Rangerverse. It is so satisfying seeing characters like the Magna Defender and Jen with these modern-day graphics.
It's so freaking cool. Man, I wish I liked playing this. Because the game is not bad at all. I actually think this was a very important game for fighting games. Because this came out in an era of fighting games being kind of dead. You know, Street Fighter 6 or Street Fighter 5 was like in a really bad way. Tekken 7 hadn't really exploded yet. Guilty Gear was kind of dying. Other 3D fighters were kind of dying. BB Cross Tag was sending people crazy. This was like new games that came out after this took inspiration from this game. We did not deserve this game, and watching this game was so hype, but I cannot for the life of me play it. I'm really bad with tag fighters. My brain does not like them.
Everyone looks so clean, and seeing their special moves feel like such a treat.
Hold it right there. Eat fire.
I'm not someone who's necessarily good at fighting games.
Yeah.
Like, at all.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat 11 was
still
Mortal
able to
Kombat
string
11.
together a lot of satisfying combos. I'd honestly say this is one of the most accessible fighting games ever released.
I've heard that it's actually really easy with the auto combo system. So if you just want to go in and have a good time, and maybe just enjoy like whatever the game's story is. Yeah.
I've heard fighting game fans say the game has an emphasis on ground attacks, as opposed to other games where you can launch the opponent in the air and do crazy button inputs to the point where you can KO them without even touching the ground, which sounds impossible for someone like me to pull off, so I'm all for this game's fairly simple structure.
There you go, there you go, fair enough.
Every face button does an attack, and pointing the joystick in a certain direction will change that attack and allow for combo.
I love the double daggers thing that Draken has here. Listen, Draken Form 2, really underrated because it adds the Zeo like motifs a little. It just looks really cool.
To my untrained eye, every character felt viable. There wasn't one that particularly felt more overpowered than the other. The Magnet Offender has slow but heavy attacks, Udana requires more creativity with how to link your combos together, and Jason is your straightforward fighter. Now, what really had me hooked throughout my entire experience with Battle for the Grid was its story mode.
There you go.
The story seems to follow the comics, which again, I'm not really familiar with, so I apologize if I make some mistakes.
That's okay.
The story follows Lord Draken, who is Tommy. To my knowledge, in the comic book universe, Rita once again had Tommy under her spell, turning him into an evil ranger that wielded both the green and white ranger powers.
Yeah, I think that was the idea. I think he was evil green at first, but tapped into the white powers after he beat the Rangers. I still need to read that part myself. I actually don't know where that came from. But yeah, just combined dragon and white tiger powers.
Lord Draken is sinister and serious. I believe even killing some Rangers in the comics. But in the game, he's voiced by Jason David Frank.
Yeah.
And it gives me chills hearing him portray this darker version of Tommy.
Zordon chose children for a reason. Their hope, their optimism, but also their naivete. Their ability to be controlled.
I love that. We already talked about this before, that like getting iconic characters to be voiced by the actual actors.
Grow up.
Oh!
He ends up stabbing and killing Rita, wanting to be the ultimate ruler himself. Where he then heads to I guess, prime dimension we all know and love. I love how we start with the dark and serious Lord Draken and immediately cut to our universe's Tommy, who's being silly, making puns, and flirting with Kimberly. We have a couple of fights to get us used to the controls, and goodness gracious, the CPU does not mess around. Look at this, the CPU is infinitely comboing me in the corner. May I remind you, this is the second fight in the game. Eventually, Lord Draken...
You were out of the corner, but okay, go ahead.
Draken shows up and seemingly kills Tommy. But Jen was right on his tail and sends him fleeing momentarily. Zordon calls for an SOS, warning Rangers across all timelines and universes about this new threat. Lord Draken is apparently stealing Rangers' morphers and siphoning their power for himself. With this power, he's also created an army of Mastodon sentries. This is probably...
And the Tyrannosaurus... I don't remember what the Tyrannosaurus or the saber-toothed tiger ones are called, but the Mastodon sentries are correct.
Explained more in the comics, but they seem to be modeled and built after the Black Ranger.
Yeah.
The power axe being transformed into an assault rifle, and the powers being mass-produced as soldiers.
Yeah.
So with that, the mission for all Power Rangers is now very simple.
Survive.
Survive.
Yeah. New objective. Survive.
The game's story mode structure is similar to other fighting games like Mortal Kombat and Injustice. However, I think Battle for the Grid handles it in a much better way. For those who don't know, in a modern Mortal Kombat story mode, the game puts you in control of a character, and you play as them for about an hour or two.
Yeah.
But because of this structure, the fights end up being limited. If I'm playing as good guy Johnny Cage, then all of my fights need to be with low-tier jobbers. Thus, you end up smacking around Baraka and Reptile a million times.
Okay, first of all, Reptile low-tier jobbers? Hello? Excuse me? Zordon has interdimensional capabilities. Listen. Zordon has a lot. Also, Johnny Cage beat Shinnok. Why are you calling Johnny Cage low tier? Johnny Cage beat an Elder God. What are you talking about? Johnny Cage is like upper level. He beat Shinnok. Hello? In canon. And then his daughter did it too.
Devaluing them as characters. I love those story modes, but from an in-universe perspective, it sucks seeing some characters take a beating over and over because how else are we gonna do it?
Yeah.
Here, though, the character you're in control of is constantly changing. For example, I was playing as Gia for a round, defending myself from the Mastodon Sentry and whooping its butt. After doing that, though, a new villain was introduced.
There we go.
The Ranger Slayer. I believe she's an alternate universe Kimberly that serves Lord Draken and, well, slays Rangers.
Yeah.
Now, I was honestly expecting me to still play as Gia and beat up this new threat, but no. I immediately then took control of the Ranger Slayer and captured Gia. Because the character you're playing as is constantly changing, the story gets to play out without feeling dragged out.
The new, like, the Ranger Slayer, like, fighting style is so freaking cool.
If the bad guy needs to win in the story, you play as the bad guy.
Makes sense.
You take control of Lord Draken a good bit pretty early on in the game. I mean, he's a conquering villain, so why wouldn't he ever get his hands dirty from the beginning?
Dude, I love the double dagger. Like, he's got the dagger, he's got a short sword. It just looks so cool. That is a fighting style.
The story kind of drags towards the middle. It mainly follows different Rangers being ambushed and fighting back. The only real jobbers in the story mode are the Mastodon Sentries and Goldar. From what I can tell, though, the Sentries are a group of people and not just a single person.
Yeah, of course.
So them constantly getting whooped makes sense from a story perspective. Sorry, Goldar, no excuse for you.
Yeah, Goldar kind of... Yeah. Connor wasn't saying that Johnny Cage is a low-tier jobber, just what he's fighting guys with low stakes. Okay, I think I understand that better then. I was going to say, because Johnny Cage definitely ain't low-tier, but I do understand, like, yeah.
Rangers from all universes start getting captured.
Like,
catch up with our
Johnny Cage isn't going to be fighting and beating Liu Kang.
Team. Jason, Kimberly, Jen, and Lauren? This is
Sheba.
what I love about the game. The TV show, more often than not, does not show a lot of love to characters. So the fact that Lauren gets to be front and center here is pretty charming.
I'm going to say it here. I will let it be known. Jen deserves this. Lauren? I never, ever understood the love for Lauren. Never. I never got it. I never got it. I'm glad she plays a bigger part, but I'm like, I feel like there are just other characters we could have picked, you know? We could have picked other characters because she got done super dirty. In Samurai Story, according to, what's it called? Or in comparison to Shinkenger, Jen's the true Ranger Queen. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People like a Lady in Red. Yeah, I guess Cosmic Fury hadn't come out yet. You know, Tori, I do like Tori. Tori's pretty good.
Sure, Jason is leading the resistance, but at least he's voiced by Austin St. John.
Jen, you and Kim pick up whatever Rangers you can. Make sure you take Trini. She's been working on some new armor upgrades that may come in handy.
Wait.
So if the Mighty Morphin Red...
That did not sound like Austin St. John. There's no way. That did not sound... Am I crazy? But it was?
You take Trini. She's been working on some new armor upgrades that may come in handy.
So
Whoa.
If the Mighty Morphin Red Ranger needs to be the leader, at least they got the OG actor.
Okay.
Trini eventually joins the battle, and Jesus, what is that? This is probably a good time to talk about the roster. No, not every Ranger is playable in this game, but I think the base game selection is a good
Totally
one.
Rocky, there you go.
For example,
Time changes people. Guys, I think you guys are forgetting that Jason was also in the Beast Morphers crossover with Dino Thunder and Dino Charge, and he did not sound like that. He did not sound like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, that does not sound like him.
Do have every Mighty Morphin Ranger color available, but it's not what you think. Jason, Tommy, and Kimberly are all the core Rangers with their basic abilities.
Oh my god, dude.
Trini is here, though, rocking a freaking dinosaur mech suit, which is amazing.
Like the Hulk
She
Smasher.
apparently built it herself.
Or the Hulkbuster.
I love her so much. The aforementioned Mastodon Sentry takes the place of the Black Ranger. And Billy is here. Yeah, Billy from the 2017 movie.
Which listen, Billy was a gem in that movie, okay? Billy was a gem. Yes, this is an army! That one.
Not expecting that. The rest of the Rangers are more unique ones. Gia with her whip swords, Kat and her animal-like offense, Jen because she's perfect and I love her.
Good. Well said. Correct opinion, Connor. Correct opinion.
There's apparently lots of other DLC characters, but I'm not going to talk about that. Just
okay, they added my boy Johnny, and it's Adam in the Ninjetti outfit from MMPR Season 3, which is wild.
the core game. The story mode does eventually kind of dip after a while. You're essentially just doing non-stop fight after fight with not enough cutscenes interspersed.
Prehistoric
The
Blue,
Rangers
yeah.
realize they need Dr. K's help. However, Corinth is under attack and she refuses to leave it vulnerable, which actually makes a lot of sense if you know the story of RPM.
Yeah.
I won't go over every story beat. There's a lot of small details Ranger fans will adore. The last thing I will mention, though, is Jason's speech. He gathers all remaining Rangers for one last stand against Lord Draken's forces.
Also, that's the Phantom Ranger. That's pretty dope. Crab, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. My name's Roy Chiato, like a macchiato. I'm a coffee fueled bunny host. We're reacting to Power Rangers video games. This is Battle for the Grid, which is, I think, the second to last game that Connor's going to be talking about, or the third to last game. And then after this, we're going to be playing some TFT. So pull up a chair. Let's have some fun.
And it's honestly super powerful. This whole game is just a small taste of what Power Rangers could be if it kinda took itself seriously.
We have all put aside our lives for a chance to do the right thing. But we fight together! Whether we stand or whether we fall, we are the Power Rangers!
That is not Austin St. John. There is no shot. It is not. It's not him. It's not. That was a great speech. But that's no. Dude, it does not sound like him at all. I promise. Kate, there's no shot. It just doesn't sound like him.
Power Rangers!
It just doesn't sound like
Overall,
him.
Battle for the Grid
He's
is
just old. This came out before the Beast Morphers crossover. What? What?
addition to the Power Rangers library of games. Even people who aren't fans of the series could get something out of this gameplay-wise. It looks great, plays great, and it's a game that wasn't afraid to be different and tell a more serious story, and have a focus on more than just the Mighty Morphin team. I was kinda hoping this game would be a bit of a jumping off point for more serious Power Rangers games, maybe an RPG, an action game, who knows. All we can do is keep our fingers crossed.
My hope and prayer is that we eventually do get an RPG. And I hope that it is in the style of like Persona, Metaphor, and there's the Sharp FE game. I cannot for the life of me remember what it's called. But it was like they would summon basically Fire Emblem characters as their personas. It was on the Wii U and then got ported to Switch. Tokyo Mirage Sessions, thank you. And just do that with Power Rangers and give us, like, you can give us the suits, but tell an original story, and these people maybe get their own powers, but they have to, almost like Gokaiger or like Gojuger with the, you know, the Sentai rings. Just, I'm saying, just do it like that. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Blame on the voice director. I'm just saying it doesn't sound like him. Forgot the direction. Forgot the quality of the voice acting. I was just saying, like, ear-wise, it doesn't sound like him.
You saved reality and showed what it truly means to be a Power Ranger. In every dimension, in every era, there will be those who seek to do harm. And while we can't anticipate those threats, I am confident, now more than ever, that the universe is in good hands. You have my thanks. And may the power protect you all.
Okay, all right, Zordon. Go off.
All right, now we have a couple of games to talk about released on phones. Oh, wow, fantastic. I can't wait.
There you go.
I'm not going to cover these in any particular order.
Oh my God.
First up is Power.
Did the audio just get louder, or am I like, did I just have like a stroke or something?
Rangers Legacy Wars. This is the only one still available in the App Store. All the other games were delisted and removed forever. Not
gonna lie, I actually did play this, and with my knowledge of fighting games, I bodied some bitches. It was fucking dope. And then I uninstalled it because I didn't want to fall for the gotcha. You know what I mean?
Thanks. Legacy War is kind of like the mobile version of Battle for the Grid, but it has a couple of interesting choices. The combat is unique. You can move left and right like in a fighting game. However, your attacks are limited and have cooldowns.
Yep.
So you can't just mash your attack buttons.
Yeah, it's almost like, oh my God, it's almost like how Birth by Sleep does it in Kingdom Hearts, where you have like these slates or slots of abilities that then go on cooldown and refresh through like a cycle.
I guess this is one way to make the game viable on your phone, but ultimately I feel like it kind of just slows down the experience. If you do your 2 attacks, you're now just standing there waiting for your attack to finish charging. But because of that, the game also does require more strategy and thinking. It's more like chess. You can't just go down and mash buttons hoping to win. There has to be a bit of strategy. The main thing I dislike about this game is that after the tutorials, it's strictly PvP, meaning you're only able to play with actual humans.
Yup. There was no like PvE story or like training mode to like practice. It was just have fun.
Humans who have probably been playing this game since day one and will absolutely bore you every single time. I can't imagine the active player base for this game is huge, so you'll just be fighting the same people with maxed out rangers who can read your every move.
Yeah, because they play the game forever.
It's a fun enough game though. Visually, it's very beautiful, and
for a phone
Krispy
game.
Kreme?
Krispy Kreme!
Everything else is your typical mobile game experience. Collect random items to unlock new rangers.
It's like a
probably
gacha.
Get frustrated and end up dumping some real-life money into the game to unlock the really good characters.
Yup.
All right, let's move on.
Gotcha.
To Power Rangers Dash.
Well, I've never heard of this.
No way.
Wait, I didn't know this existed. What?
All right, yes way. The game is an auto runner. You can either jump or attack depending on whether there's a pit or an enemy in front.
There was a Power Rangers auto runner? I didn't know that. Damn, I would have played it.
Auto runners are meant to be as simple can be.
Okay.
Although, to be fair, the game does look like a total Russian bootleg. I don't know.
It's fine. This one's kind of fun. Okay. All right. I'll take your word for it, Ken. I'll take your word for it. The actual gameplay is so wild. Sometimes I bodied people. Other times I was being sweated on by the sweatiest Ranger fans known to man. Listen, it'd be like that.
What it is. The weird chibi Rangers, the Comic Sans text appearing on screen, the generic royalty-free music. This whole game just screams, we don't care. You'll start off with 3 Rangers.
Wow.
And every time you get hit, you'll lose one. Lose all 3 and the game's over. You can eventually summon a Megazord power-up that makes you invincible. The only downside is that it makes the game lag like crazy.
I was gonna say, holy crap. Yeah, that looked terrible.
I feel like it's about to explode at any second.
Yeah.
Power Rangers Dino Charge Rumble.
Uh-oh.
The Rangers head down into the subway, just in time to rescue Chase.
What?
Take this!
Oh man, and I thought the last game looked like a bootleg. What is this? Is this seriously official? Everything about this looks so devoid of life and passion. Bland backgrounds, everyone has the same idle animations. Everything meets the bare minimum requirements to call this a game.
What is happening? What? Can we move on from this? I don't like this.
It's just a turn-based action game. Select an attack and swipe on the screen because it's a phone game. Rinse and repeat.
I don't want this.
Come on, Dino Charge was literally the only good season in the 2010s, and in return we get this janky-looking garbage?
What did they do to my boy Coda? What did they do to my boy Coda? What happened? Oh my God. You know I'm bad. Jump on. Damn, that's crazy.
Power Rangers Unite. It's a card game.
Man.
I hate card games.
Man.
Next. All right, here's Power Rangers All-Stars. From what I can tell, the game is some kind of dungeon crawler. Wait, that sounds amazing. Pick your team of Rangers, explore an area, gather treasures, and defeat the enemies. The attack seems to be on a cooldown system, but this actually seems like loads of fun, and it's a genre that Power Rangers hasn't really explored yet.
This one was okay too.
I'm seeing it right in front of me. Of course, a dungeon crawling Power Rangers game sounds genius. Hell, if Minecraft can do it, why not the Power Rangers?
Yeah.
You can unlock all different kinds of Rangers with unique abilities.
Man, why don't we get games like these? What happened? You know? happen.
These different Megazords from across all the series.
Just need more polish,
like,
yeah.
Dude, this actually sounds like something I would have been into and maybe even dropped a few bucks in.
You know what we need? How Digimon like World 4 was, but for Power Rangers. I'm just saying, I think that would be super cool. Because Digimon mentioned. Because I like Digimon World 4, but I never played the other ones. Because Digimon World 4 was so easy to find, you know? All right.
Of course, by the time I was working on this video, the game was long delisted from the App Store.
That sucks.
Great. Of course, I missed out on this. But if you think that's bad...
No, we did that. That was Power Rangers Wild Force for the GBA. No, I want like the RPG mechanics behind it and like the getting better at things, you know? DBZ fanboy, thank you for the sub. Also, Crab, did I think I welcomed Crab in. I think I did. I'm pretty sure. That was 10 minutes ago. Oh my god.
How about a Power Rangers game that had a soft launch and was canceled before it was even released?
What?
Well, that was the case for Power Rangers Morphin Legends. And damn, look at that title screen. Loads of color and fantastic art. The game would have been an RPG in the Power Rangers universe, complete with dialogue, characters from all across the universe, and a seemingly competent turn-based battle system. It was made by the same team that made Battle for the Grid and Legacy Wars.
Wait, I didn't know about this.
They clearly have a passion for the series and can make some incredibly high-quality games. As I mentioned earlier, though, Morphin Legends had a soft launch, which I believe means there was a playable demo you could download in 2022. But for whatever reason, in 2023, when it was meant to be released, the game was just outright canceled.
But why?
There's clearly a lot of effort put into this game, and I really hope we can get a full release eventually.
I mean, doubtful at this point.
Loud, a Power Rangers RPG would probably fix 95% of my life's problems.
That would be my new content. Guys, I no longer play TFT. Guys, I no longer play Dead Everything. Guys, I now play Power Rangers RPG. TM.
But with that, marks the final official Power Rangers game. At least at the time of this recording.
Oh.
As I'm editing this, Rita's Rewind isn't out yet and still doesn't have a release date. And depending on how long this video takes to work on, I may or may not include it here.
So luckily, Rita's Rewind has come out by this point. And while Rita's Rewind isn't perfect, it does have some really obvious flaws. But I had a really fun time. Because I played with Kane and Zeus, God rest her soul. Zeus did some crazy voice acting. It was shit. Oh my god, bro, she voiced acted Rita so amazingly. But like that's where I'm not sure if it's my friend's bias, where like I have better memories of playing games that maybe aren't that good because I played them with friends. I really had a good time. And Kane and I, being huge Ranger nerds that know all this background bullshit, we were able to like pinpoint like, oh my god, I recognize this. Oh my god, I recognize this. Oh my god, this is a reference to this. Oh my god, this is for this. But it's almost weird that like some of the stuff that we wanted more of was like the not this. Like the bike missions or the in the Zord stuff, you know? Yeah, we got all the collectibles.
If I don't, then I'll just have to make a dedicated video for that game. So be on the lookout. Maybe.
I think he actually did. We'll probably do a separate one, a separate react to that.
There's also some more mobile games scheduled to be released in late 2024. They look like garbage card games, so I'm not interested.
Okay.
Now, despite us reaching the end of our official Power Rangers games list, the video still isn't over. Because in classic Connor the Waffle fashion, we're going to check out some Power Rangers fan games and bootlegs.
Oh my god. What? What is this?
Heck yeah, throwback.
Is that his old intro? What? Wait, I've only seen MMPR, like the Weird World of MMPR and Up. I've never watched him from before it. That's so funny. I've watched so much of him. That's just Jetman. That is literally, I hear the Jetman theme.
First game on our list is simply titled Power Rangers.
Sure.
At least I know we're in the right place. You get to pick between your favorite iconic childhood Rangers, such as the Red Hawk, Blue Swallow, Yellow Owl, Black Condor, and White Swan.
It is quite literally just Jetman.
No, wait, that don't sound right.
Wait a minute.
The game was a side-scrolling action game, and wait, this looks, feels, sounds, and plays like a proper NES game. What's going on?
Yeah.
Well, if it wasn't obvious, this isn't a Power Rangers game. The 15th team of Super Sentai was known as Jetman.
I have a love-hate relationship with Jetman because there's a lot of things I really like in Jetman. There's a lot of things I really hate.
It was the Sentai that debuted before Zyuranger, aka Mighty Morphin. Apparently though, at some point, Jetman was considered and was supposed to be the original Sentai that would be adapted into Power Rangers.
Okay. They say that all the time. They genuinely say that all the time. That there's like 7 different seasons that were like, this was going to be Power Rangers. This was going to be Power Rangers. Do you guys remember when Sun Vulcan was going to get adapted to Power Rangers by Stan Lee? That's crazy.
So, in a weird way, this game being named Power Rangers...
Yeah, that was Bioman, proving my point.
...is fitting. As you could probably guess, this is just an official Jetman game released on the Famicom in Japan. Like every NES game, it's simple, but gets the job done.
Yeah.
Pick your ranger, move from left to right, and beat up the bad guys.
Oh, there you go.
The red and black ranger have swords, the blue and white have blasters, and the yellow ranger has their fist. So even back in the day, choosing a different ranger gives you a different experience. At the end of every stage, there's a Megazord battle. Since the NES only has 2 buttons, though, the combat is incredibly basic.
I would imagine
I was just mashing the attack button as fast as I could to punch this thing until I won. I don't know if there's any strategy to implement.
Just mash it out. No, just mash it out.
Block or do special moves, at least to my knowledge. So this is the only way to win, I guess. It's honestly a really solid game.
It feels very, very reminiscent of Ninja Gaiden. I know he talked about this during the Super Sentai video as well.
Full side-scrolling NES game. Hell, they even had a cutscene for the Megazord transformation. We're off to a good start.
Wait, that was sick. For an NES game?
All right, up next we got...
It's Zyuranger.
Power Rangers 2.
Power Rangers 2.
The NES. The story is, Rita. She's feeling it.
That's Bondora. Excuse me.
She's having a conversation with someone's grandpa.
It's Zordon.
The game is once again another side-scrolling platformer, because what else would it be?
Yeah, of course.
This one, though, is a little more rough. You'll start off with your blaster, which plays fine, but eventually you unlock the power daggers, and these are probably the worst weapons I've ever played with in a video game ever.
He talked about this in the Super Sentai video.
Directions every time. You attack left and then right. Left and then right.
Ooh.
Every single time. This means if there's an enemy on your right, you need to let out an attack before attempting to land your real attack.
Oh.
You see how stupid that sounds?
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
The first boss was Finster? Alright, that's different. I genuinely couldn't figure out what to do. None of my attacks were landing.
Listen,
I was probably missing most of them because of this stupid attack pattern.
Finster's just trying his best out here, okay?
I'm trying to hit these little floor monsters, but they're impossible to attack. This game is so ass. What were they thinking? This was another...
I loved the callback to that in his Super Sentai video, bro. It got me laughing so much. Yeah, AVG unplayed it. It's a real thing. Yeah.
Official Zyuranger game released in Japan. And honestly, I wish it stayed there.
Damn, that's crazy. Power Rangers 3.
All right, Power Rangers 3 on NES. And, oh wow, look at this. This actually looks like Power Rangers. You can play as the main 5 teens.
There you
Jason,
go.
Zach, Trini, Billy, and Kienbiali.
They tried. What?
Oh my god.
What is
So
happening?
what we have here is a demake of Mighty Morphin on Super Nintendo.
What is happening?
It's awful. The gameplay is monotonous since there's no
Oh.
combos. The hit detection sucks, and this music, I swear to whoever's listening, I'm going to go insane.
Couldn't believe,
it's
beloved.
so awful.
I do be like that. Hi, Fungale. Yeah, we're having a good time.
It actually plays more like the Game Gear games. Putties jump in the screen and you gotta fight him until the boss shows up. The first boss is Cyclopsis, the final boss from the SNES game. And why is he so tiny? Anyway,
he is really tiny.
Where the frustration set in. He can do these combos and shoot a projectile your way, and all you can do is swing your weapon and jump around.
I feel like
why can't I do any of this stuff?
I can't see the projectile. He just keeps getting hit by it. What the heck?
So,
I lost.
And I don't care.
Damn, that's crazy. Power Rangers the movie
4. Now, don't get too excited with this 10-character select screen, because it's all the same 5 Rangers with different portraits. The characters' costumes don't change color. So, what's the point?
It's in the same game?
Oh, hell no. You have got to be kidding. It is literally, and I do mean literally, the exact same game as the last. Not a single thing has changed. Why would you do this?
Gotta love bootleg.
Well, look.
Hey, Kari. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. My name's Roy Chiato, like a macchiato. I'm a coffee-fueled bunny host with a serious passion for voice acting. I love working out. Hey. Guys, thank you so much for coming on over. We're finishing up this video by Connor the Waffle. Then we're going to switch over to some TFT grinding because we're part of the TFT Box Boot Camp. So, coming out. Hey, I hope you had a great stream, Kari. I appreciate bringing everybody over. Thank you.
For us, that's the last Power Rangers bootleg game I could get my hands on. But let's end things on a high.
Okay. Beats of Power, Special Edition.
Power Rangers Beats of Power. It's pretty much the perfect Power Rangers experience.
What?
The story follows Lord Zed and Rita taking over the world, following
Wait, it just looked like
from
cleaned
the show
up
and using actual music and screenshots.
It looks like cleaned up Super Nintendo version.
You can pick your Ranger, the core 5 plus Tommy as the White Ranger.
Oh.
But here's the secret. If you keep pressing right on the select screen, you can secretly select Tommy as the Green Ranger.
Whoa.
The game is a full-on 4-player arcade-style beat-em-up. Yes, this is all I've ever wanted. Beats of Power is like a hybrid of the best 16-bit Power Rangers.
I was about to say, that's what it looks like.
Inspiration from the Genesis movie game. Hell, most of the stages are straight up just ripped from that game.
Okay, fair enough.
It takes the polish and excitement from the Super Nintendo game. Playing as the Ranger in their human form, stringing together combos, and morphing halfway through the stage.
Love it.
Now, while the game does take inspiration from the Genesis game, it isn't a one-to-one recreation.
They did the SF2 Akuma thing.
Yeah!
Yeah!
The juice bar, which did make an appearance in the Genesis one. There's also this nifty Dark Souls roll, making the gameplay feel really fast and dynamic.
Whoa.
You can lay in some combos
He's
and roll away when
rolling!
the enemy starts to do an attack. This makes the game feel very fair, which is usually the antithesis of what an arcade beat-em-up is supposed to be.
Yeah, usually they're supposed to be quarter crunchers. You're like constantly just stealing your money, basically.
As I mentioned earlier,
Wait, that looks
the best
great.
parts of the game are easily the use of the actual footage and music from the show.
Let's go!
The background music in each stage is a Ron Wasserman track, the characters have the hey-yahs with every strike, and the morphing is ripped straight from the show.
Wait, that's awesome! This is literally what it should have been!
And it all blends together really well. It doesn't feel tacky or intrusive in my opinion.
Yeah, you can hear the Ron Wasserman guitar! Bro, that's so cool.
Naturally, after defeating the stage boss, they grow big, and it's time for the Megazord fight. And even this is 4 players.
Bro!
You can select between the Dinozord, Dragonzord, Thunderzord, and Tigerzord. This is where I really fanboyed. 7 total playable characters
That's
and
so
4
cool.
Megazords, so everyone can play the entire time together.
That is awesome.
When you select your Megazord, you even get to watch the sequence in all of its 144p glory.
Yes! Listen, I love me a good Thunderzord summoning sequence. Something about them calling the Thunderzords gets me excited every time. Mastodon Lion Thunderzord power! You know?
It's so hype, seeing the transformation sequence and immediately being back in control to beat up the monster, all while the Ron Wasserman music is still playing in the background.
Yep.
The only negative I have to say about the game is level 3. You start off the game platforming on this very narrow bridge. The slightest move will have you fall off and lose an entire life. I'm playing on easy, so I had 30 lives.
Okay,
Normally,
fair enough.
though, you only have 5. And there's no continues, so you could lose every life very quickly if you're not careful and need to start over from the beginning.
Dude, I would've
This can
screamed.
feel like a bit of a drag.
I would've screamed.
That's my only complaint, though. The rest of the game is beyond perfect and satisfying for any Power Rangers fan. And again, being 4 players really is the icing.
There's my boy, the Tiger Sword. Damn, this feels like a fan project that like they cared. You know? Damn.
Now there is another fan game that at the time of this recording isn't out yet.
Oh.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, it's Morphin time.
What?
It's another 4-player arcade style beat 'em up, but with original sprites and level designs.
Dude,
As well
he did
as
a
lot of modern
Tatsumaki!
polish. Beats of Power is obviously loads of fun, but it's heavily inspired and modeled after the SNES and Genesis games. This one seems to be built from the ground up for the most part.
What? Oh, first of all, go back. Show me that again.
SNES and Genesis games. This one seems to be built from the ground up for the most.
Bro, Billy looking like freaking Clark out of King of Fighters. What is happening?
Part. From what I can tell, there's loads of fun and insane combos that'll keep the game fresh and exciting. I've been following the game's progress for a while now, and I'm excited to play it when it's out. This isn't sponsored, by the way. I'm just a fan who's genuinely excited.
Understand.
So if you want to follow this project, follow @PopHeroGames and tell them Connor the Waffle sent you. That he wants to play your game.
I mean, it seems like a cool game.
With all of that, we've reached the end
He
of our
DDT'd
Power
that fool, he
Rangers
really did.
video game adventure. It was definitely a mixed bag. Some good and some bad. The games, while fun, definitely started to get stagnant towards the middle and end there. I don't have a problem with simplicity, but there needs to be some excitement and flair to keep people interested. That's why I'm excited for Rita's Revenge. It looks like they added in a ton of features to keep you engaged. But let me know your favorite Power Rangers game down below. And until next time, may the power protect you.
May the power protect you. Thank you, Connor. Thank you, Connor. Everyone say thank you, Connor. Was that Arc? It was indeed Arc. There was a Power Rangers crossover with Arc. You assume I've seen the Fortnite promo? What? Power Rangers crossing over with Fortnite? What? No. What? No way. Shabba-da-whoop. Yippee. Well, that was awesome. That was a great video. I'm glad we went back and watched that, you know? There was a second one too? A second one of what? No way. No, listen, I goof and I gaff because I got tagged by so many people.
So I know you wanted an RPG
Dynasty Warriors as well. I agree.
What about a Dynasty Warriors Power Ranger game?
1000%. I also want a Dynasty Warriors style game. Yeah. A second Fortnite trailer? Ooh. I'll have to check it out. We saw the Sentai Games one already. We actually watched that one first, which is kind of funny. So, but yeah, guys, that brings us to the end of Connor's video. So if you're watching over on YouTube, this is where the stream ends. If you're watching on Twitch, though, we're going to be continuing the TFT grind in just a couple minutes. But for now, we're going to say thank you to YouTube, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for Resident Evil Code Veronica in one sitting. This is a long Resident Evil. I'm really excited for it. So if you guys are interested in more of my Resident Evil retrospective and going through more of the franchise, definitely check it out. I feel like Code Veronica doesn't really get talked about a lot because it's not numbered, but it's actually the game in between Resident Evil 3 and 4. So it's time. We're going to be playing Code Veronica tomorrow. So thank you guys again over on YouTube. Really appreciate you. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time. And Twitch, you guys don't move. You guys stay with me because we're going to continue with TFT now. So thank you guys. And we'll see you YouTube. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, YouTube. Bye, YouTube. Bye.